Hello, welcome to the Fanfic Majesty. 5N. Chapter 81. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 81. The weakest Hokage in history. Influenced by. The whole square is a piece of silence. Facing the heads of Shimura Danzo, Uchiha Kaharu, Mitokado Homura, everyone was horrified and speechless. Only the extremely horrified look showed that everyone was not at peace. No way. This is the top of Konoha village. Normally. A big man who stomped Konoha village. Things are getting bigger, the sky in Konoha village is about to change. What should we do? Are we going to take action to suppress the Uchiha clan? After all, third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen is not dead yet. Why haven't I seen the Uchiha clan so bloody? Under such circumstances, the patriarchs of families such as Hyuga Heihachi, Akamaiki Dingza, Nara Shikahisa, Yamanaka Uichi, Aburame Shiwei took a deep breath, suppressed the inner shock, and began to think about where their families should go. They are not fools. Since Shimura Danzo, Uchiha Kaharu, Mitokado Homura are dead. Then the third Hokage and Uchiha clan are already in full swing, and they will definitely have a victory or defeat. Winners can eat all the plates. So, whether to stand in the third Hokage or the Uchiha clan is a big learning. By the way, why didn't the ninjas of the Sarutobi clan show up? Nara Luju frowned and glanced around, but was surprised to find that there were no ninjas from the Sarutobi clan at the scene. This is undoubtedly abnormal. After all, the Sarutobi family is a big family in Konoha village. Advertisement. Last night, Konoha high-level leaders wanted to destroy the Uchiha clan, so the Uchiha clan killed Shimura Danzo in desperation, most of the elite forces of the Danzo organization. At this time, Uchiha Fugaku's eyes flashed, and he added in a cold voice, "In revenge, we not only killed all the ninjas of the Sarutobi clan, but also went to the Naruto office to kill Uchiha Kaharu and Mitokado Homura." After grunting these words, the sound of inhaling air conditioning and swallowing saliva sounded again at the scene. Of course. While my mind is shaking, many ninjas at the scene suddenly realized it. No wonder the Uchiha clan is so irritable and rebellious. It turned out that the Konoha high level was about to destroy the Uchiha clan, which made the Uchiha clan fight back, so there are some slaps. After all, your high level Konoha took the initiative to destroy the Uchiha clan, but was counter-killed. It's a bit embarrassing no matter how you look at it. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. For a while, Might Guy, Kakashi, Shiranui Genma and other ninjas shook their heads unconsciously. Of course, as the ninjas of Konoha village, they did not show too much. In the square, perceiving the emotional changes of the Konoha shinobi, third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen's heart is as uncomfortable as a knife cut. Looking at Uchiha Ryujin coldly, he said in a deep voice, "Where the leaves are flying, the fire is endless. You never understand how great the will of fire is. Without the efforts of Danzo, Mitokado Homura, and Uchiha Kaharu, how could Konoha village stand as the first ninja village in the ninja world? When it comes to this." Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen squeezed his fists and glanced at the clan chiefs of Hyuga Heihachi and others. He coldly ordered, "What are you waiting for? Go together, kill Uchiha Ryujin, and then destroy the Uchiha family." As for Kakashi, Might Guy and other ninjas, Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't even look at it, because he knew very well that when most of the ninjas in Anbu were stunned, Konoha's remaining power was still in control. In the hands of these families. As long as they are willing to make a move, who will be the killer, not necessarily. Advertisement. After hearing this sentence, Hyuga Heihachi, Akamaiki Dingza, Nara Shikuhisa, Yamanaka, the patriarch of the first-class family, can't help but want to scold my mother. Your contradiction, why are we doing? Now everyone with a discerning eye can see that Konoha's senior leadership has been suppressed. If he takes the initiative to stand out, isn't he looking for death? As for the will of fire, does it matter whether that thing has life? You guys. Seeing Hyuga Heihachi and others unmoved, Sarutobi Hiruzen's face changed again and again, and he could only glance at Narulukisa. The meaning was very simple. It's time for you to stand up and say something. Lord Third Hokage, I believe you can suppress Uchiha Ryujin. Facing Sarutobi Hiruzen's gaze, Nara Shikajo's expression was a little stiff, and she could only say something with her scalp. Yes, Lord Third Hokage, you have to believe in yourself. We believe in you. As long as you win, we will kill the Uchiha clan together. It started with one person, Hyuga Heihachi, Akamaiki Dingza, and the patriarch of the Yamanaka High First Class. After looking at each other, they all made their own voices loudly. You guys pouch. Faced with the disguised rejection of Hyuga Heihachi and others, third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen's already ugly look became even more ugly. In the end, he was so angry that he couldn't help but vomit a big mouthful of blood. For flowers. He did not expect that at a critical moment, the patriarchs of these families would not take good care of him and stabbed him in the back. He saw this scene. Uchiha Ryujin shook his head disapprovingly. If he can be the patriarch, which one is not an old fritters? Now Konoha's top management has made it clear that the general situation is over, and let them take the initiative to stand in line. How is that possible? Of course. Uchiha Ryujin is not afraid of them standing in line, he still has a back player. Meanwhile, what happened to Grandpa third generation? Who is third Hokage playing against? I saw some 5 or 6-year-old children led by a few ninjas of the Uchiha clan. If you look closely, you will find Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, Hyuga Neji, Hyuga Hinata, Nara Shikamaru and so on. Konoha village in the future. The 12 Shaoqiang. Advertisement. 0. Damn, that is Hyuga Hinata, and Hyuga Neji. What does the Uchiha clan want to do? Taking advantage of our lack of precautions, sneakingly brought these children here. Fortunately, there is no team, otherwise. At the moment these children appeared. Hyuga Hiyashi, Akamaiki Dingza, Nara Shikuhisa, Yamanaka, the patriarch of the first-class clan looked the sun froze, and sighed with lingering fear in the depths of my heart. What else can I say? Only the Uchiha clan. No, that Uchiha Ryujin calculated too deeply. For a long time, they also thought that Uchiha Ryujin was just a jonin, a physical elite. Now it seems that Uchiha Ryujin is a ruthless character. Well, the weakest Naruto in history, we can also start. At the moment when Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke and other children appeared, Uchiha Ryujin's eyes fell cold and he slapped his hands. Shadow clone technique. 3-way seal. Ring. 3 shadow clone flew out, standing in the 3 directions of the south, east and west of the square. Amidst the chakra surging, a green and transparent pyramid barrier opened up, enclosing him and Sarutobi Hiruzen. Next, he wants to be in front of everyone. The weakest Naruto in history was completely blown up. Chapter 82. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 82 Ninjutsu. Can't you just pat your hands? 4 more tears and kneels for subscription. With a slap of both hands, he performed 2 ninjutsu. It's okay for Uchiha Ryujin not to use ninjutsu. Once he did it, he shocked countless people on the scene. Even Sarutobi Hiruzen, known as the doctor of ninjutsu, shrank his pupils, which was extremely incredible. And at this time, especially after seeing Nine-Tails Jinchuriki Uzumaki Naruto, Hyuga Hinata, the princess of the Hyuga clan, and Nara Shikamaru and other children. Sarutobi Hiruzen fully understands what Uchiha Ryujin wants to do. Is this going to kill him in front of countless people and destroy the will of fire of this generation, and even the next generation? To know, in order to show the next generation to carry out the will of fire that I thought to do. He goes to the ninja school several times a week to show his warmest, most amiable, and best smile, and then talk about the will of fire, so as to achieve the most perfect brainwashing effect. Especially for Uzumaki Naruto, he spends the most thoughts. I once wanted Uchiha Shisui to show Uzumaki Naruto a distinguished heavenly gods, but Uchiha Shisui refused, saying that the CD was too long. That's why he allowed Uzumaki Naruto to grow up as an orphan, as long as at the critical moment. By giving Naruto a little warmth, he can achieve the brainwashing effect with half the effort. It's good now. Advertisement. All calculations fell short. Bring it on. Uchiha Ryujin took a deep breath, his eyes cold, and said quietly, it's time to end everything. Ha 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 ha. After hearing these words, third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen gave a crazy laugh, and there is only hatred and endless anger. After he became Hokage, he has counted thousands and countless people, but he did not expect to fall into the hands of Uchiha Ryujin. Anger. The endless anger is roaring, accompanied by the sound of a few shurikens breaking through the air. Amidst the violent surging of chakra, Sarutobi Hiruzen fell into the madness and quickly knotted both hands. Ninfa Shuriken Shadow Clone Technique. Fog time. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. The shuriken that violently attacked began to clone. With the rhythm of changing 1 to 2, 2 to 4, and 4 to 8, in the blink of an eye, there are dense shurikens. I'm in your most proud place, beat you. Seeing this scene, Uchiha Ryujin's mind moved and he used observation haki to perceive it. He also lost kunai, and then the sage body's chatanra was no longer suppressed, and he burst out in an instant, slapped both hands twice. Ninja Shuriken Shadow Clone Technique. Ninja Shuriken Giant Technique. Shurikens flew out in a dense cluster of black, Although horrified by the chakra fluctuations that erupted on Uchiha Ryujin, Sarutobi Hiruzen still gritted his teeth and started to seal, and performed again, Ninja Shuriken Giant Technique. Advertisement. Unfortunately, after he performed it, I realized that Uchiha Ryujin seemed to have foreseen it, and had already performed the ninja shuriken giant technique. Clang, clang. There was a sound of collisions, and under the eyes of everyone, the shurikens that had been magnified innumerable times collided abruptly, emitting a deafening roar. Impossible. Seems to have discovered something. A look of shock appeared on Sarutobi Hiruzen's cheeks, his hands turned into an afterimage, and the seal continued. Fire style fire dragon fire bomb. Lightning style boom lule. Water style water dragon bomb. Earth style earth dragon bomb. Wind style cyclone. In an instant, Sarutobi Hiruzen continuously performed more than a dozen different ninjutsu, so that countless ninjas outside the barrier, even the children of Uzumaki Naruto, were stunned. More than this, it was an exclamation sound worthy of Dr. Ninjutsu. However, Sarutobi Hiruzen, as third Hokage, has a few brushes, but Uchiha Ryujin is even simpler, tapping his hands constantly, and chat pull is also a stimulus for no money. Fire style fire dragon flame bomb. Lightning style boom thunder. Water style water dragon bomb. Earth style earth dragon bomb. Wind style cyclone. The same ninjutsu, different ways of using it, even a child. Everyone knows that Uchiha Ryujin is obviously a lot better. Not only is chakra more vigorous and violent, but also doesn't need to perform ninjutsu with Kiin. Advertisement. Such a horrible scene, watching the countless ninjas outside the barrier, let their hearts be awesome. And under such circumstances, a large number of different ninjutsu abilities have come to a chaos in the enchantment, and there are continuous roars, and the terrifying energy wave has caused the ground to vibrate violently for several times. If it weren't blocked by the barrier, maybe this area will be reduced to ruins. But, it also made countless ninjas see their scalp numb. In the barrier, Sarutobi Hiruzen, who has continuously performed ninjutsu, is already panting, looking at Uchiha Ryujin like a monster. Even if Wyan casts ninjutsu, it seems that he can predict the ninjutsu he is about to perform. What's more frustrating is that other people's chakras are more vigorous and stronger. There is no harm if there is no comparison, and Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly pales in comparison. The weakest Naruto in history, we continue. At this time, Uchiha Ryujin yelled very comfortably. After signing for 10 years, he himself didn't know how much 1.6 ninjutsu he had learned. Now he is playing against Sarutobi Hiruzen, he realized that he was so awesome. The only pity is that this Sarutobi Hiruzen may be old and lacking physical strength. He has only performed more than a dozen ninjutsu, and then began to breathe hard. Unlike Pirate World, the battle of monster-level combat power, not a few days and nights, are you embarrassed? I don't believe it. After hearing these words, Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes were fixed, he took a deep breath, his hands quickly formed a seal, 5 escapes Dalien playing technique. Unfortunately, he just finished the show. Uchiha Ryujin patted his hands again. Chapter 83. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 83 Desperate Sarutobi Hiruzen. 5 Dunes Dalien playing technique. Still the same scene, still the same ninjutsu. Under the gaze of countless people, Sarutobi Hiruzen and Uchiha Ryujin each separated out 4 shadow clones, one-on-one using 5 different attributes of fire, thunder, water, earth, and wind to attack each other at the same time. Boom, boom, boom. The terrifying roar resounded again. The 5 different types of ninjutsu colliding with each other once again erupted an astonishing shock wave, making the already ravine ground once again suffered a devastating blow. Boom. Under such a terrifying shock wave, Sarutobi Hiruzen was obviously unable to do what he wanted. The whole person stepped back dozens of steps, and his old face was extremely pale. And Uchiha Ryujin. But it stands in place from beginning to end. Before he knew it, armament haki had covered his whole body. Impossible, how can you 5 escape Dalien playing technique? Sarutobi Hiruzen has a little broken down, and said in disbelief, you haven't been practicing physique all the time, how could there be so many ninjutsu, even the 5 evasion Dalien skill? Joke. As a man who enjoys the title of Professor of Ninjutsu, Sarutobi Hiruzen has always been confident in his ninjutsu skills and has a special liking for compound ninjutsu. Advertisement. The result. Facing Uchiha Ryujin, all his self-confidence was beaten completely. He Jia Yin fast. Uchiha Ryujin does not need Jia Yin at all. He knows a lot of ninjutsu. Uchiha Ryujin also has a lot of ninjutsu, even more powerful, even his own complex ninjutsu, Uchiha Ryujin can also. This FCK has some blows. For an instant, Sarutobi Hiruzen felt a sense of powerlessness. I still don't believe it, ninja summoning. The next moment, Sarutobi Hiruzen, who does not believe in evil, quickly seals the seal again. He does not believe it yet. Uchiha Ryujin can also summoning out an ape demon. Puff was accompanied by a cloud of smoke. The Monkey King ape demon appeared in the barrier. Sarutobi, what's the matter? After appearing, Tsurumo stretched, frowned, and couldn't help asking. Be careful. Sarutobi Hiruzen was about to talk, as if he saw something. He exclaimed, what? Bang. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Before the words of the monkey demon were finished, its body was blasted out with a punch and hit the green seal enchantment fiercely, and the powerful force even made the enchantment tremble. Puff. The ape demon that hit the barrier quickly fell to the ground, vomiting blood, and the ape's face was full of extreme horror. It hurts, it really hurts. Who was it that broke its diamond body with a single punch? Perhaps it was the internal organs that were injured. The monkey demon couldn't help but vomited a few big mouthfuls of blood. The monkey demon, sir. Dao Pokong sound rang out. Sarutobi Hiruzen appeared next to the Tsuruman, and said with some worry, are you okay? You can still fight. Advertisement. The monkey demon wiped the blood on the corner of his mouth, and said in a bit of astonishment, this time his opponent was. Who? The power on the fist is so terrifying, isn't it? Fourth Raikage. It is a monster comparable to first Hokage. Single quote. Sarutobi Hiruzen clenched his fist, his expression was a bit painful, and subconsciously said, I might be ruined. Those things you did were made public. Hearing these words, the corners of the monkey's mouth twitched slightly, and he said unbelievably. It stands to reason that what you do is not leaking. Enough words are not finished yet. Sarutobi Hiruzen simply interrupted Tsuruman's words. FCK, what are the things he did? All he did was for Konoha village, only a few small things were for himself. Your defense is okay. At this time, Uchiha Ryujin took a few steps forward and said blankly. He just warmed his body slightly. Is his opponent? Glancing at the Uchiha clan emblem on Uchiha Ryujin's clothes, Tsurumo frowned and said in amazement, Sarutobi, have you been branded like this by the Uchiha? Okay. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded with an iron face. Seeing this scene, Uchiha Ryujin didn't bother to say anything. With a grip of his right hand, Kong Yunchi appeared in his hand, and his mind moved, and strands of armament hockey mixed with a glowing white halo quickly enveloped the blade. Kong Yunchi shock. Hum. A sound of breaking through the air sounded. Uchiha Ryujin carried the cloud and cut to Sarutobi Hiruzen and cut it off. Not good, not good. Facing this attack, both Sarutobi Hiruzen and Tsuruma, who were still talking slowly there, felt a breath of extreme danger. Between the electric light and flint. Advertisement. The Tsurumo turned into the King Kong wishful stick and appeared in the hands of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Clang. Accompanied by a clear voice, Kong Yun slashed fiercely on the King Kong wishful stick, exploding with a terrifying shock force, and the air directly shattered. Sarutobi. No more. What kind of power is this? Feeling the shocking power of armament hockey, the ape demon who transformed into the King Kong wishful stick uttered another scream. Bang 927 the next moment. Accompanied by a deafening crash. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was holding a King Kong wishful stick, was blasted out by the force of the shock, and hit the ground tens of meters away, suddenly spouting blood. Puff. And at this time, the ape demon, who was transformed into the King Kong wishful stick, also recovered its body, clutching its abdomen, with an expression that was extremely painful. It could feel a force of power breaking through the body of the King Kong, and raging in its body. The monkey demon saw this scene. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was hitting the ground, wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and screamed in pain. No more. The monkey demon said in anguish, what kind of monster is this, after all? Puff said this sentence. The monkey demon turned into white smoke and disappeared. Ruined. At the moment Saru demon disappeared, Sarutobi Hiruzen trembled in his heart, knowing that his ultimate trump card, the ghoul seal, could not be used. Uchiha Ryujin's physical skills are too strong. It is impossible to imprison Uchiha Ryujin to stand in place and let him perform ghoul seals. In other words, he seems to be really finished. Chapter 84. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 84 Sarutobi is dead. Grandpa Chingji, 6 more kneels for subscription. Crush. This is it. Master Third Hokage was crushed. This Uchiha Ryujin is too strong and has no weaknesses at all. Seeing the almost one-sided battle in the enchantment, all the ninjas on the scene were silent for a while. The patriarchs of the families such as Hyuga Hiyashi, Akamaiki Dinza, Nara Shikuhisa, Yamanaka Keiichi, and Aburame Shuei couldn't help but shook their heads. No way. It's that third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen is too miserable. As the man known as the strongest Naruto in history, when facing Uchiha Ryujin, he was suppressed all the time. Especially when Uchiha Ryujin used physique, it was even more a move to defeat Sarutobi, and Sarutobi Hiruzen did not know how much blood he vomited. At this time, they only knew what Uchiha Ryujin meant by the weakest Naruto in history. Too strong, right? Might Guy frowned, and couldn't help sighing. Third Hokage, it seems to be dead. Kakashi's expression was a bit tangled. He wanted to make a move, but With this barrier, coupled with Uchiha Fugaku's eye-catching eyes, there was no chance of making a move at all. Grandpa Third Hokage was crushed. Grandpa Third Hokage is Hokage. Why is he so weak? This is a terrible beating, right? Advertisement. Uchiha Sasuke, Uzumaki Naruto, Hyuga Hinata, Nara Shikamaru and other children, who were only 5 or 6 years old, stared straight at the beaten Sarutobi Hiruzen who was lying on the ground in the enchantment, and his expression suddenly changed. It's as if a certain belief in my heart suddenly burst. At the same moment, Sarutobi Hiruzen, you are really too weak. Uchiha Ryujin took a deep breath and said in a deep voice. Do you have any last words? Okay. After smashing the Sape Demon with a slash, Uchiha Ryujin knew that Sarutobi Hiruzen's ghouls could no longer be used, and Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is no longer in his prime, is there anything to be afraid of? I'm not reconciled. Long. Sarutobi Hiruzen wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and got up from the ground tremblingly. His old face was full of unwillingness, he was not convinced. Why did things develop like this? Today was supposed to be his day to celebrate Uchiha's extermination, but it became a memorial day for Konoha's high-level officials. When you think about it, there is something funny. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Of course, despite the extreme embarrassment. But Sarutobi Hiruzen still took care of the tattered Hokage Goshin robe on his body. Are you worthy of Konoha White Fang? Are you worthy of 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato? Are you worthy of Hyuga Hazashi of the Hyuga clan? You're right. Enough listening to these words. Sarutobi Hiruzen trembled a few times in his heart, and interrupted Uchiha Ryujin's voice rudely. He roared fiercely, as a Hokage, I am not wrong. You don't understand the will of fire. The fault is that you are disobedient and rebellious. Understand? After saying this, Sarutobi Hiruzen also glanced around with cold eyes. I was convinced that I lost, but one day, I will get back everything I have lost. You guys will listen to me, ha ha ha. Advertisement. After a few crazy laughs, Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly grinned, his hands quickly formed a seal, saying, you and I will die together. Li Sixiong Sealing Technique. While chakra surged, Sarutobi Hiruzen's body poured out a lot of black ink. The seal technique was mixed with each other, and it rushed to Uchiha Ryujin at a speed that could not cover the ears. Back in time accompanied by a cold voice. Uchiha Ryujin's eyes entered the Mangekyo Sharingan mode at some point, and they burst out with an amazing pupil power. Sneer. The next moment, under Sarutobi Hiruzen's jaw-dropping gaze, the Li Sixiong sealing technique that had already been performed actually started to flow backwards, returning to the moment before he completed the seal. He even opened Mangekyo Sharingan. Desperate. Really desperate. Seeing that he couldn't even perform the ninjutsu of suicide, and then looking at Uchiha Ryujin's eyes had changed to Mangekyo Sharingan, Sarutobi Hiruzen was completely desperate. What can I say? It's really going to kill him. Stubborn. Huh. A cold light flashed. Sarutobi Hiruzen hadn't even reacted yet. He saw that his right arm had flown out, and blood was spraying out. And this is just the beginning, and a few cold lights flashed by. In full view, Sarutobi Hiruzen's left arm, right leg, and left leg were all chopped off. In the end, it was Sarutobi Hiruzen's head that flew out. And even to death, Sarutobi Hiruzen's cheeks were filled with unwillingness. He couldn't figure out why the Uchiha clan had such a monster as Uchiha Ryujin, and why he fell short. Advertisement. However, what Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't know was, if the high-level Konoha does not want to destroy the Uchiha clan, then none of this will happen. It can only be said that the high-level Konoha made the evil. Died. Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead. This. How do I feel? There is a feeling that youth is over. After the initial dull gaze, the patriarchs of the families such as Hyuga Hiyashi, Akamaiki Dinza, Nara Shikahisa, Yamanaka Uchichi, Aburame Shiwei, etc., even Uchiha Fugaku, can't help but feel a sense of loss in their hearts. For people like them, 3. Wang Hao, Dame Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen's existence has accompanied them to grow up, and it can be regarded as their lingering youth. Now that they have witnessed the destruction of the elders, and saw 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen being killed alive by Uchiha Ryujin, they feel that their youth is over, and men are forever over. Died. Might Guy shook his head bitterly. He knew very well that with the death of 3rd Hokage, Konoha was going to change the sky, and the ninja world was going to change too. Next. This is the hell mode of Konoha village. Didn't my father commit suicide? What is the relationship between 3rd Hokage and my father's death? As for Kakashi, there is some despair. If 3rd Hokage is really related to his father's death, what should I do? Chapter 85. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 85 Ninja World shakes. The 4 big ninja villages can't bear it. 1 more tears and kneels for subscription. Is this a god? Grandpa 3rd Hokage was killed. This is too weak, right? Is there a conspiracy in the death of your father? And Uchiha Sasuke, Uzumaki Naruto, Hyuga Hinata, Hyuga Neji, Nara Shikamaru and other children also received a violent shock in their hearts. In normal times, Sarutobi Hiruzen often tells them what Konoha village first profound meaning will of fire. Said that he was a doctor of ninjutsu, also said that he was the strongest Naruto in history, and that he was the biggest hero who led Konoha village to stand in the first ninjutsu village in the ninja world. The result. That's it. It is said that the strongest Hokage in history. Why is it so unbeatable? What is it like being crushed by Uchiha Ryujin of the Uchiha clan? At the same time, scoff. After killing Sarutobi Hiruzen, the three Uchiha Ryujin's shadow clones who used the tripartite seal suddenly turned into white smoke, causing the tripartite seal to be automatically unlocked. Undeniably, as third Hokage, you are still a bit bloody. Glancing at the dismembered Sarutobi Hiruzen, Uchiha Ryujin cut away the cloud in his hand, stretched his waist, and directed at Uchiha Fugaku, who was already looking silly outside the barrier, and gave the order to Sarutobi. Corpse. After hearing this sentence, Uchiha Fugaku came back to his senses and nodded hurriedly. Now let the ninjas of the major families clean up the mess and awaken those stunned Anbu ninjas. The ninja world is about to run away. The next moment, Uchiha Ryujin glanced lightly over Hyuga Hiashi and other patriarchs, and opened his mouth peacefully. Yes, yes. In the face of Uchiha Ryujin's eyes, Hyuga Hiashi, Akamaiki Dingza, Narakaju, Yamanaka Keiichi, Aburame Shuei and other clan chiefs hurriedly lowered their heads, which was considered surrender. After all, for their old fritters, any will to fire is imaginary, and whoever has a big fist is the last word. Now Uchiha Ryujin has the strongest strength, killing Konoha's senior management alive, and 487 is a winner-take-all. From now on, Konoha village is Uchiha's Konoha village. Of course, to be honest, regarding the death of Konoha's top executives, the patriarchs of Hyuga Hiashi and other families are still a bit dark in their hearts. Over the years, Konoha's high level headed by third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen constantly suppress the major families in Konoha village. The Senju clan is the first to bear the brunt, and then the Uchiha clan. If the Uchiha clan is destroyed this time, the major clans will have their tails in their hands. Now Uchiha Ryujin's counterattack can be regarded as a benefit for the major families. Konoha 55 years. Konoha village, the first village in the ninja world, has experienced the worst civil war in history. Advertisement. But I did not expect that the elite physical skill of the Uchiha clan Jonin, Uchiha Ryujin is a hidden boss. Not only did they kill Danzo and most of the elite of the root organization, but also all the ninjas of the Sarutobi clan. Finally, they killed Udatane Kaharu, Mitokado Homura, and third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. As a result, the high-level Konoha headed by third Hokage was completely wiped out, and Konoha village was also kind. The form of the coup d'état has achieved a change of dynasty. The news came out, and the whole ninja world was shaken. And the countless ninjas in the other major ninja villages and ninja world. After learning this news, the first reaction was impossible, and the second reaction was shocked and horrified to the extreme. To know, Konoha village, as the first ninja village in the ninja world, is well known in the ninja world. As the third Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen is known as the strongest Naruto in history. The results of it. Now I've been taken by someone who hasn't even been on the battlefield. In the ninja world, Uchiha Ryujin, who has almost no reputation, was given to the anti-general. But, with the destruction of the Konoha high level headed by third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, the overall strength of Konoha village has once again weakened by at least 4 floors, giving the major ninja villages an illusion, that is, Konoha village, which has experienced civil war, is very weak and is already in a period of weakness. Influenced by, the ninja world became surging in an instant. Cloud Shinobi Village, one of the 5 great shinobi villages. Belonging to the country of thunder, it is a country of armed faction, as the best preserved ninja village by the armed forces after the end of the 3 world wars. Read more at hotmtl novel.zi. There is no doubt about the strength of Cloud Shinobi Village in the ninja world. A few years ago, through the Cloud Shinobi incident, Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was in full swing, became a tortoise, making Cloud Shinobi Village's power in the ninja world close to Konoha Village. In the words of most ninjas, the distance between Cloud Shinobi Village and the first ninja village in the ninja world is only a big defeat in the Battle of Konoha Village. At this time, near the central mountain range of Cloud Shinobi Village. Boom. A roar sounded. I saw 2 strong men whose bodies were covered by lightning-style chakra fisted fiercely, bursting out an astonishing energy shock wave, making the air roar. Cool. After a punch, 4th Raikage Ui let out a wild laugh. Killer B, let's continue. Stupid. Jerk, I won't fight. There was a sound of breaking through the air. Killer Bee quickly backed away dozens of steps, rubbing his fists helplessly. Ha ha ha. After hearing these words, Yaoi laughed contentedly, and then moved his mind and quit lightning-style chakra mode. Lord 4th Raikage, however, at this time. Advertisement. 4th Raikage's secretary Mabui ran over in a panic. Something went wrong. What's the matter? Seeing this scene, Yaoi frowned infrequently, and said, is there something big happening in Ninja World? Yes, something big happened in Konoha village. There was a look of horror on his cheeks, it seemed too unbelievable, and his speech was intermittent. What's the big deal? Upon hearing these words, Yaoi revealed a hint of interest. Azabui said incredibly that the Konoha high level headed by 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen were all killed by Uchiha Ryujin of the Uchiha clan. Now the sky of Konoha village has changed and it has become Konoha village of Uchiha. What? When did the Uchiha clan become so awesome? How could it be possible? Upon hearing this sentence, Yaoi and Killer Bee looked surprised. After looking at each other, they could see the horror in their eyes. Known as the strongest Naruto in history, 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen is actually dead. Or was it killed by the Uchiha clan? This is incredible. Mabui took a deep breath, suppressed the throbbing in his heart, and added another sentence. Now that the ninja world has rioted, the country of fire is also in shock. Good opportunity, really great opportunity. Yaoi pondered for a long time, her eyes kept flashing, she said in sackcloth, and passed the order, and let the top of Cloud Shinobi Village BCAC come over for a meeting. We at Cloud Shinobi Village met a golden opportunity, we must strike quickly. Lord 4th Raikage, do you mean? Azabui seemed to have thought of something, showing a look of horror. As for Eight Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee, it was also rare to converge with a carefree expression. That's right. Yaoi grinned and said coldly, Sarutobi Hiruzen, the old thing, died just in time, and the position of the first ninja village in the ninja world should be changed. Understood. Iwagakure. 3rd Tsuchikage's office. Onoki, who holds the title of Onoki of 2 Libras, is floating on the office chair, looking at the intelligence document in his hand with a look of uncertainty. And in terms of intelligence, he wrote impressively what happened in Konoha village. The Konoha executives headed by 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen were destroyed by the group. What a terrible thing is this? In front of, looking at the silent 3rd Tsuchikage. Lois, Terracotta, Wanya and other high-level Iwagakure, the eyes are filled with incredible colors, maybe it is too shocking, for a while, I dare not breathe the atmosphere. Let Rock Shinobi assemble. I don't know how long it has passed, a cold color flashed in Onoki's eyes, and he whispered in a low voice. As one of the 5 great Shinobu villages, we, Iwagakure, want to seek justice for Konoha. At this time, Onogi is undoubtedly determined, even if he is afraid of Uchiha's psychological shadow, but there is only one Uchiha Madara. Got it. Okay. Lois, Terracotta, Wanya, etc. Iwagakure's senior management immediately understood what 3rd Tsuchikage wanted to do. To be fair is false, but to attack Konoha village is true. The current Konoha village is the weakest time in history. Don't attack at this time, but when will you stay? Tsunagakure, 4th Kage office, ha ha ha. Luo Sha looked crazy and laughed. Sarutobi Hiruzen, Shimura Danzo, Mitokado Homura, Udatane Kaharu, do you 4 old dogs have today? Advertisement. Cool. Very refreshing. As the worst ninja village beaten by Konoha village in every ninja war. Rosa has a hatred for Konoha village, especially for Konoha's senior leaders headed by Sarutobi Hiruzen. He gritted his teeth. However, due to the strong strength of Konoha village, he can only furious every time. It's all right now. Konoha's high-level leaders headed by Sarutobi Hiruzen were killed by the group. Thinking about it, they are all excited and happy. Finally, I can take a bite of meat from Konoha village. The next moment, Luasha muttered to herself frantically, when you are sick, I will eat Konoha village. Kurigakure. Because of the blood fog policy, Kurigakure has been implementing the policy of shutting down the village. But, after the end of the Third Ninja World War, Kurigakure's elite Jonin Terumi may sense that 4th Mizukage was suspected of being controlled by illusion, so he asked Ching to use Byakugan to release 4th Mizukage's illusion, which ended the blood fog policy. In order not to spread such a shameful matter, Kurigakure has kept it as a secret all these years, and 4th Mizukage also took the blame and resigned. Kurigakure, who lost Mizukage, has always been in charge of the Elder Yuenshi. At this time, the Elder's office. Master Yuenshi, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's right, after the blood fog policy and the Wei Yoruichi rebellion, we Kurigakure are waiting to be thriving. If we can get a piece of meat from Konoha village, we can definitely speed up Kurigakure's recovery. Single quote. The Konoha high level headed by Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead, and Konoha village is the weakest Shinobu village. Several Kurigakure executives all showed excitement, as if they had already eaten Konoha village. Terumi Mei, what do you think? After hearing these words, the Yuanshi holding the snake head stick did not change his expression, and said quietly. I. Terumi Mei's turquoise eyes blinked, lips pursed, revealing an indecisive look. To be honest, she doesn't support working on Konoha village, but, thinking of the tragedy of Kurigakure now, perhaps only through war shorten the gap with the other 4 ninja villages. I know. It seems that he already knows what Terumi Mei wants to say. Yuanshi suddenly opened his eyes, a ray of coldness flashed in his wise eyes, and said in a deep voice, this time I will lead the team personally, and Kurigakure should also play ourselves. Powerful. Single quote. Okay. Terumi Mei nodded silently. A day later. Cloud Shinobi Village, Iwagakure, Tsunade, and Kurigakure seemed to have a clear heart, and they all issued the most severe condemnation to the Uchiha clan, standing on the highest level of morality. It is believed that the actions of the Uchiha clan are contrary to the purpose of the peaceful development of the ninja world, and contrary to the peace treaty signed in the Third Ninja World War. In order to give the Konoha executives headed by Sarutobi Hiruzen an idea, Cloud Shinobi Village, Iwagakure, Tsunade, and Kurigakure have all stated that they will send troops to Konoha village in the near future and let the Uchiha clan give an explanation. As soon as the news came out, the ninja world exploded completely. Chapter 86. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 86 Akatsuki's reaction. Toad Sage takes the shot readers, the second one is crying and begging to subscribe. As soon as the news came out, the ninja world completely exploded. No one thought that news of the outbreak of civil unrest in Konoha village had just spread. Tsunade, Kurigakure, Cloud Shinobi Village, and Iwagakure, which are also the 5 great shinobi villages, are about to start their actions, and they just condemned the Uchiha clan. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. If it weren't for this time, the 4 ninja villages attacked Konoha village at the same time. Everyone must think that the 4th World War of Ninjas is about to kick off, but, except that, it also shocked the minds of countless ninjas in the entire ninja world. Many ninjas are very aware that Konoha village, which has always been in the first ninja village in the ninja world, must be pulled down. After all, Konoha's high-level leadership headed by 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen was destroyed, and the impact on the overall strength of Konoha village was too great. Not to mention, this time, the 4 ninja villages shot at the same time. Even if Uchiha Ryujin of the Uchiha clan is very strong, he must be hard to beat with 4 hands. For a while, the whole ninja world is surging. Countless people began to mourn for Konoha village, for the Uchiha clan, and for Uchiha Ryujin. After the praying mantis hunted the cicada and the oriole, you killed Konoha's high-level staff. Didn't you create a great opportunity for the 4 ninja villages that have been eyeing them all the time? Ninja world, at the border of the country of fire, within a large casino. Drive me. I saw a woman with blonde hair and a gambling word on her clothes behind her. She looked at the gambling table in front of her lightly, and said something coldly. Yes, this is exactly the little red in the legendary 3 ninja Tsunade. After hearing this sentence, the obese gambler who was gambling with Tsunade had wisps of cold sweat on his forehead, and he really wanted to cry. He can't figure it out. Why is the legendary big sheep in front of him so lucky today that he almost won all his money? Open. After the croupier glanced around, he said in a deep voice. Ringing. Ringing. The voice did not fall. Tsunade and the gambler each opened the vessel that covered the likes and won. The legendary big sheep won again. It's incredible. At the moment when I saw the dice counting, the originally very quiet casino became noisy for an instant, and the gaze at Tsunade was full of weirdness. What? As for the obese gambler, after learning that he had lost again, his eyes turned pale and he fainted in shock. Who else? Tsunade frowned, glanced around, and said slowly. This looked at Tsunade's eyes. The gamblers in the casino stepped back subconsciously. Time. No one dared to come forward and gamble with Tsunade. No way, from morning to now. Advertisement. The legendary big sheep has won dozens of games in a row. In such a situation where luck is like a rainbow, who would dare to gamble with Tsunade? Isn't it looking for abuse? After all, as a gambling dog, everyone believes in luck. Why is luck getting better? However, Tsunade, who has won dozens of hands in a row, showed a look of doubt. There was no pleasure in winning. Instead, there was a ray of restlessness. It seemed that something bad had happened. Master Tsunade, the big thing is not good. Huh. There was a sound of breaking through the air. Shizune panicked and ran in from outside the casino, ignoring Tsunade's winning chips, and panicked and said something in Tsunade's ear. What? Back to Konoha village. Bang. The next moment, Tsunade's expression changed suddenly, he stood up abruptly, and walked out of the casino without looking back. Damn it. Shizune glanced at the chips on the table, but, thinking of the seriousness of the matter, after stomping his feet, he followed Tsunade and left the casino. Only a group of stunned gambling dogs were left, looking at the chips on the table, their eyes gleaming in the country of rain. On a high tower in the central area of Rain Shinobi Village. After learning about what happened in Konoha Village, and the 4 ninja villages wanting to take action against Konoha Village, the expressions of everyone in Akatsuki's organization were fluctuating. Is it shocking? It must be very shocking. They never thought that the Uchiha clan would hide such a ruthless character. Unhappy Konoha Village's high-level officers were killed directly, leaving no retreat at all. Such brutal characters seem to be more likely to join Akatsuki's organization. Teacher Sarutobi actually died. You are dead, my plan should be changed again. At this time, Orochimaru, who had not retired from Akatsuki's organization, had a look of shock on his dark cheeks, and he didn't know how many times it was impossible to exclaim. But the facts are in front of him, he has to believe if he really doesn't believe it. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Originally, he joined Akatsuki for the sake of Pain's Rinnegan. By the way, he also formed an Otonin village and adopted some talented children of the bloodline limit, in order to one day kill Sarutobi Hiruzen to prove himself. Alright now, Mr. Sarutobi is dead. Then he can only put his mind on the business, thinking of this. Orochimaru also looked at Uchiha Itachi who had just joined Akatsuki. No. More accurately, he looked at Sharingan of Uchiha Itachi. It is difficult to get Rinnegan, and he may be able to find a way to get a Mangekyo Sharingan. Humph. Uchiha Song seemed to perceive Orochimaru's gaze, and gave a cold snorted expressionlessly. If you look carefully, Uchiha Itachi has completely transformed, with no emotion in his eyes, and some only have endless coldness. Especially after learning that Konoha village has changed its dynasty, Uchiha Itachi's will to fire has completely collapsed. And in Uchiha's body, and the cells of Senju Hashirama transplanted to him by Black Zetsu are now rioting in the ninja world. I don't know how long it took before Tiandao Pain, who was standing in the most central area, said blankly, our plan to collect tail beasts will be postponed. Ah, do you want to postpone it? Hidan complained dissatisfiedly. It doesn't matter. Kakuzu shook his head calmly and said, Hidan, just in time I can do a few more bounty missions with you. Single quote. Who will go with you? It's okay not to say. When I say Hidan, I feel dissatisfied. Advertisement. For FCK, after partnering with Kakuzu, the bounty of the bounty mission was exclusively swallowed by Kakuzu, giving him a feeling of being a wage earner every time. I do not mind. Loquat Juzo said with a sullen expression, originally planned to go to Karigakure with Itachi to collect 3 tails, but now it seems that it has only been postponed. Single quote. Ha ha. Sasori made a hoarse voice, and now the world of ninja is messed up. Waiting for the 4 major ninja villages and Konoha village to lose out is the best time for us to take action. Single quote. Since it has been postponed, we will recruit some more members, and I will send you the list later. Before long, the indifferent voice of Tiandao Pain sounded, said, let's end the meeting. This time, the 4 ninja villages attacked Konoha village, and we will watch the show. At the same moment, Mount Myoboku, as a place of inheritance as famous as Ruchi Cave Wetbone Forest, is home to a large number of toads. These toads can use immortality. At this time, in the temple deep in Mount Myoboku, an old toad with an orange body, yellow eyes, a string of Buddhist beads on his neck, and a doctor's hat on his head is drowsy. No doubt, this old toad is the legendary Big Toad Sage. How could it be possible? Suddenly, the Big Toad Sage, who was drowsy, seemed to have seen something in his sleep. He woke up in an instant, and there was a look of shock on old Toad's face. The future is changed, completely changed. The so-called Son of Destiny doesn't seem to exist anymore. The future of the ninja world is a blur, it can no longer see the future clearly. Toad Sage, Jiraiya is here. He said I have something important to see you. At this time, I saw Immortal Shen Zuo and Immortal Ji Ma hurriedly walked into the temple, and the eyes were filled with horror. Alas, let him in. The elder Toad Sage seemed to have expected it, and sighed. Yes it is. Immortal Shen Zuo and Immortal Ji Ma nodded. A few minutes later, Jiraiya, one of the 3 ninjas, walked into the temple like a walking dead. Toad Sage, the old man was divided and died. Single quote. After banging this sentence, Jiraiya shivered constantly and knelt on the ground with painful expression. He couldn't figure out why this happened. In order to get Orochimaru back, he left Konoha village. The results of it, the old man encountered an accident. More importantly, after the news that Konoha's senior was killed by Uchiha Ryujin, Jiraiya surreptitiously returned to Konoha, seeking Flowers Zero, but learned that the Konoha family headed by the Uchiha clan A publicity material called Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen's 10 Deadly Sins was printed and distributed to the entire Konoha village, which directly caused the old man to lose sight of the festival. In the current Konoha village, Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen is a rat crossing the street. Of course, although Jiraiya is not satisfied with many things Sarutobi Hiruzen has done. But, after all, Sarutobi Hiruzen was his teacher, and he was his father for life. He still felt angry and aggrieved because Sarutobi was dismembered from the heart. Advertisement. I know that looking at Jiraiya in pain. Toad Sage's voice is also a bit heavy. Dao, the future of Shinobi, the future of Konoha village, has completely changed. I don't know where to go with Shinobi in Konoha village. But, I am not reconciled. Jiraiya gritted his teeth and said in a deep voice, no matter what, Mr. Sarutobi, as the third Hokage, has done more than ever, and what the Uchiha clan has done is too extreme. Hearing what Jiraiya said, Toad Sage was silent for a while, and then slowly said, Uchiha Ryujin of the Uchiha clan, I have never dreamed of him, so he is a stranger. Alien. Jiraiya froze for a moment, showing a puzzled expression. Okay. Toad Sage took a deep breath and said in a sigh, Uchiha Ryujin's past and future seem to be in chaos, maybe my ability is not strong enough, I can't see clearly. Jiraiya was silent for a while, let's talk. Toad Sage shook his head slightly and said, what do you want to do? Now the 4 ninja villages are going to take action against Konoha village, I want to revive Mr. Sarutobi. Jiraiya hesitated for a while, and said something very solemnly. Impossible. Big Toad Sage furrowed his brows, and simply refused. I want to borrow the treasure of the Toad Kingdom, the talisman of the immortal. Jiraiya gritted his teeth and said something amazing. Even more impossible. Toad Sage's tone is a bit heavy, saying, the fairy talisman is covered with celestial chakra, which can make people recover from the dying state, but dot can only be used once, not to mention Sarutobi Hiruzen is already dead. I believe that Toad Sage has a way. Jiraiya lowered his head and said with certainty, Toad Sage, now the world of ninja is in chaos, Konoha village is at stake, I hope you can take action. Immortal talisman is impossible. Toad Sage sighed and said, but dot for Konoha village, for the shinobi world, I can barely use the impure world reincarnation for the sake of it. Really? Listen to this sentence. Jiraiya's eyes lit up, and he hurriedly said, impure world reincarnation is okay, but this seems to be a forbidden technique, and it is still in the Book of Seals. Jiraiya, what are you talking about? Toad Sage has lived from the era of Sage of Six Paths to the present. An impure world reincarnation is a trivial matter. Hearing Jiraiya questioning Toad Sage's ability, Shenzuo Xian Ren and Jima Xian Ren's expressions changed slightly, and they hurriedly scolded. Jiraiya was a little embarrassed, and could only confess that, anyway, they have performed impure world reincarnation, it is better to forget first Hokage and second Hokage impure world reincarnation together, so as to completely suppress Uchiha Ryujin of the Uchiha clan. Enough. Jiraiya, don't get into it. Single quote. The faces of immortal Shenzuo and immortal Jima are all green. This Jiraiya is really not greedy enough to swallow the elephant. Is this using the big Toad Sage as a tool person? However, at this time, Toad Sage seemed to have thought of something, and didn't mean to blame Jiraiya, so he agreed. Only magic can deal with magic. Perhaps only Senju Hashirama can suppress the Uchiha clan, that is, the Uchiha Ryujin. As for the forbidden technique impure world reincarnation, that thing is a forbidden technique for others, but for the big Toad Sage, it is just a small ninjutsu. The only bad thing is, it once promised Sage of Six Paths not to interfere with the development of the ninja world at will, but now it seems to be breaking the rules. Let's do it once. In the end, Toad Sage could only make a decision silently in his heart. Chapter 87. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 87 let you see the power of destroying the world. Big Toad Sage wants to shoot. No one in the ninja world would think of it, including Uchiha Ryujin and Black Zetsu, and because of the relationship between the 3 holy sites and Konoha village, the great Toad Sage also has a reason to shoot. After all, as the dragon of Sage of Six Paths the minister, even if the great Toad Sage disrupts the normal order of the ninja world, for Sage of Six Paths, it is not a big problem, you can open one eye and close one eye. At the same time, Konoha village. After the group destroyed the Konoha high level headed by 3rd Hokage Shimura Danzo, the Uchiha clan, Hyuga clan, Nara clan, Akamiki clan and other families united to maintain the public order of Konoha village. Almost all of Anbu's ninjas and a small group of ninjas at the root have betrayed Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo. At the end of May 17th, at the signal of Uchiha Ryujin, a brand new Anbu was reorganized, and the Konoha garrison was also reformed. It will absorb various families and civilian ninjas. In order to drive the remaining power of 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen to the bottom, Konoha's major families jointly printed a publicity material called The 10 Deadly Sins of 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, and also promulgated a series of guidelines and policies. It finally stabilized the Konoha village, which was on the verge of collapse, for a while, but everyone knows that all this is only a temporary thing. Now Kurigakure, Tsunade, Cloud Shinobi Village, and Iwagakure are all starting to take action, wanting to get down and beat the dog. It is foreseeable that once Konoha village cannot resist, the worst result will be that Konoha village is divided by the 4 ninja villages and completely disappeared from the ninja world. In this situation, Konoha village became deserted and desolate. Many businessmen, bounty hunters, nobles, and most civilians in Konoha village began to evacuate Konoha village overnight, fearing that the city gate might catch fire and could damage the pond fish. In this regard, advertisement. Konoha's major families didn't stop him. In the words of Uchiha Ryujin, I took this opportunity to get rid of some rubbish. No snowflake is innocent during the avalanche. Many civilians in Konoha village are not worthy of pity. Now that they want to leave, they don't want to leave. Kakashi, what do you think? Looking at the deserted street. Might Guy, who just walked out of the Yeel ramen shop, put his arms around his chest. Rarely became serious, and said in a deep voice, Konoha village has encountered an unprecedented crisis. This time, the 4 great shinobu villages seem to be united and confront Konoha. Village attacked. Single quote. Fighting. Hearing these words, Kakashi, who was walking in front, took a halt, frowned slightly, and said firmly, Konoha village and I coexist and die. Single quote. Haha, almost as I thought. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Might Guy grinned, stretched out his right thumb and posed a pose, saying, youth grows up in battle, this time, I want to be crazy. When talking about this, Might Guy couldn't help but clenched his fists. Are the 4 ninja villages? He can change at least 3 shadows, and he will definitely not lose. At the same moment, in one of the top conference rooms of the Uchiha clan, the patriarchs of Uchiha Ryujin, Uchiha Fugaku, Hyuga Hiyashi, Narukajiu, Akamaiki Dinza, Yamanaka Keiichi, Aburame Shuei, etc. all gathered together. No one spoke, but it makes the atmosphere of the conference room more solemn and weird. Narukaze said in a deep voice, Kurigakure is led by Yuenshi, and it is said that there is also Mizukage 3 Tails Jinchuriki who has abdicated. Tsunade is led by 4th Kage Rosa himself. Iwagakure is led by 3rd Tsuchikage Onogi himself. Cloud Shinobi Village is led by 4th Raikage Yaoi and 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer B. Advertisement. Very scary. Akamaiki Ding's expression is not so good, he said coldly, it seems that the major ninja villages are full of fire. More than full firepower. Yamanaka Hai drank a sip of hot tea with a gloomy expression, saying, the 4 ninja villages seem to have eaten our Konoha village. This time, it will be an unprecedented tough battle. These bastards, bang. Hyuga Hiyashi stood up abruptly, patted the table fiercely, and gritted his teeth and said, what else can I do besides falling into trouble? In the face of the 4 ninja villages, we definitely can't attack in 4 lines. At this time, Uchiha Fugaku also took a deep breath, and said with a solemn expression that he can only wait for the arrival of the 4 ninja villages in Konoha village. After hearing this sentence, the patriarchs of Hyuga Hiyashi, Nara Shikahisa, Akamaiki Choza, Yamanaka Keiichi, Aburame Shuei and other families nodded involuntarily. Again, even the high-level Konoha village Sarutobi Hiruzen and others were not destroyed by the group. None of them can support Konoha village's 4-line combat, not to mention that the high-level Konoha village Sarutobi Hiruzen and others have been wiped out. Do it and it's over. Nara Shikajiu smiled bitterly, that's right. A ray of firmness flashed in Akamaiki's eyes. Even if we can't win at Konoha village, it will cost the 4 ninja villages a bloody price. Advertisement. All right. Listening to these discouraged words, Uchiha Ryujin slowly lifted his head down, and said blankly, I killed the high-level Konoha, so I was not surprised that the 4 ninja villages took advantage of the danger. This time, I will let you see what is the power to destroy the world. After saying this, Uchiha Ryujin smiled and shook his head, then turned around and left the meeting room. In fact, after Konoha's high-level Sarutobi Hiruzen and others were destroyed, Uchiha Fugaku, Hyuga Day 1.8 feet and others strongly recommend Uchiha Ryujin as 5th Hokage. In their words, only Uchiha Ryujin sits on the 5th Hokage seat, Konoha village can completely change the dynasty. In this regard, Uchiha Ryujin thought for a while, then refused. Now Konoha village is facing an attack from the 4 major shinobu villages, and the upper 5th Hokage can only add a laugh. It's better to use absolute power to beat the 4 great shinobu villages to the ground and talk about something later. It just so happens that he also wants to see Whitebeard at its peak cooperates with Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, Top Conqueror's Haki, Sage Body, Moon Breathing Method, Firepower. How horrible it is after being fully opened. This time, he is ready to eat the 4 great ninja villages. 51%. Chapter 88. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 88. Go to Konoha village first, and then divide the spoils. The readers are big, the fourth is crying for subscription. Konoha village is actively preparing for the battle. Tsunade, Kurigakure, Iwagakure, and Cloud Shinobi village have started to take action. For the 4 great shinobi villages, they finally found a good opportunity to pull down the first Shinoha village in the shinobi world, and divide up the resources of Konoha village. Loot the land of fire, of course, the faster the better. After all, whether it's World War II or World War III. As the final winner, Konoha village has received a lot of resources, which is one of the reasons why Konoha village has a steady stream of geniuses. Konoha village is now in a period of weakness, so it is necessary to do it, so care about it. Under such circumstances, under the attention of countless ninjas in the ninja world. Tsunade, Kurigakure, Iwagakure, Cloud Shinobi village are all quite high profile, blatantly entering the territory of the country of fire. Because Konoha village did not send any ninjas to resist, the large forces of the 4 ninja villages drove straight into the Konoha village at a very fast speed. In the end, the large forces of the 4 ninja villages were several kilometers away from Konoha village. Stopped. Country of fire. The station of most 13 teams of Cloud Shinobi, inside a tent in the central area. 3rd Raikage Yazuki I, 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer B, Genshi of Kurigakure, 3 Tails Jinchuriki Yakura, 3rd Tsuchikage of Iwagakure Onogi, 5 Tails Jinchuriki Han, Rosa and Baki of Tsunade, all gathered together up. If anyone is here, I will definitely be horrified. The lineup in front of me is too strong. Advertisement. The shadows of the 4 ninja villages, and 3 Jinchuriki, this force united, absolutely won. A terrifying force that makes any power palpitations. So cool. Seeing that everyone was silent, Luo Sha smiled coldly, and we broke into the hinterland of the Kingdom of Fire without any effort. It seems that Konoha village is afraid of us. He heard this sentence. Ono Mupi Shaoro glanced at 4th Raikage without a smile. Unexpectedly, in order to deal with Konoha village, we would have a united day. What do you mean? Yaoi gritted his teeth and said, Oh Yemu, don't be shameless. Means nothing. Onoki shrugged and whispered quietly. In the 3 wars, to deal with your father, we used tens of thousands of rock shinobi. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. When it comes to this, a gleam of terror flashed in Onoki's eyes, adding that Uchiha Ryujin, as the rising star of the Uchiha clan, I plan to use tens of thousands of rock shinobi to besiege him. Woo. Woo. The voice hasn't fallen yet. There was a sound of inhaling air conditioning in the tent. Even Yaoi, who was about to get angry, couldn't help but swallowed his saliva. After taking a deep look at Oyemu, he gritted his teeth and said, Oyemu, you still have a deliberate plan. Humph. Advertisement. Onogi snorted and said, since Uchiha Ryujin can wipe out the high levels of Konoha village, his strength and ability must be extremely strong. I am also worried that the tens of thousands of rock shinobi plus your 3 ninja villages will not be enough. Stupid. Jerk. Impossible, right? No matter how strong Uchiha Ryujin is, it is impossible to defeat 10,000. Konoha's high-level leadership headed by Sarutobi Hiruzen is gone, and the overall strength of Konoha village is already weak. I don't think Uchiha Ryujin can turn the tide. Seeing such alarmist words from Onoki, Luo Sha, Yazuki I, Killer B, Yakura and others who were originally full of confidence suddenly became serious. FCK. The 4 ninja villages seek common ground while reserving differences and unite. But, Onogi is still frightened, this is too damaging to his prestige and aspirations to others. You don't know how terrifying the Uchiha clan people are. Perceiving everyone's puzzled eyes, Onoki sighed and said in a deep voice. I once had the privilege of seeing Uchiha Madara's invincible power. Together with 2nd Tsuchikage, I was crushed by Uchiha Madara. So, be careful to sail the 10,000 years ship, although Uchiha Ryujin is not Uchiha Madara, but I have to guard against it. Quiet. After these words, the atmosphere of the tent has rarely become serious. At first, everyone was full of confidence, but, listening to Onoki's words, there was some anxiety in my heart. Why not? As soon as the war started, we focused on killing Uchiha Ryujin as soon as possible. However, at this moment, Yuan Shi, who has not spoken all the time, said in a dark voice, Uchiha Ryujin may be very strong, but our 4 ninja villages set fire to attack him, and we can definitely win. Single quote. Advertisement. Yes. Yaoi nodded coldly, I agree. Killer B wore a pair of dark glasses and said silly, idiot, jerk, I will show him what the power of 8 tails is. Okay. Anyway, our 4 ninja villages have temporarily formed an alliance. Luo Lei 843 also nodded neatly, saying, As long as we kill Konoha village, our 4 ninja villages can get a lot of resources. As for how to allocate it, we will kill Konoha village first. No comment, no comment, no comment. In the end, the shadows of the 4 ninja villages with their own thoughts in the tent can be considered as a temporary achievement. The alliance said that they played Konoha village first and then talked about it later. As for how long this fragile alliance can last, who knows? Not long after. After Oyumu, Luasha, Yuenshi and others left, Oyumu, an old man, was quite scheming. 4th Raikage Yazuki I sat on a chair and said with a sneer, after we dealt with Konoha village, we will attack Onagi's rock shinobi force to avenge my father. I know. Speaking of Lord 3rd Raikage, Killer B's expression became cold, and he nodded without hesitation. Chapter 89. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 89 Conqueror's Hockey. Conqueror's Hockey. The next day. The troops of the 4 ninja villages began to move. The countless towering trees at the entrance of Konoha village were flattened at a speed that could not cover the ears, clearing an open space several kilometers in radius, and wanted to use this as the main battlefield. And with the actions of the 4 ninja villages. I don't know when, the sky that had been clear and clear sky became densely covered with dark clouds, as if black clouds were pressing on the city to destroy the city, and it was extremely depressing. Before long, after clearing the battlefield, Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi Village, Kurigakure, Cloud Shinobi, all lined up in the open space. Among them, the Sand Shinobi, Mist, Cloud Shinobi, and Cloud Shinobi have only more than 2,000 ninjas, but the Rock Shinobi in the middle has brought tens of thousands of Rock Shinobi. Looking around, it is a swarthy piece, and the scalp of the person watching it is tingling. Maybe it's because they want to join forces to attack Konoha village. At this moment, all Sand Shinobi, Mist Shinobi, Rock Shinobi, and Cloud Shinobi remained in awe, and their eyes were extremely hot and excited. Look, Lord 4th Raikage and Lord Killer B are out. Suddenly, a Cloud Shinobi of the Cloud Shinobi squadron yelled excitedly, and immediately attracted countless ninjas to look straight in front of the Cloud Shinobi squadron. I saw 4th Raikage Yazuki I, wearing a Raikage robe, and Killer B, wearing black sunglasses and 7 knives, walked out from the rear with serious expressions. Advertisement. The two did not release any momentum. But it made the Cloud Shinobi of the Cloud Shinobi army show awe, and the inner fighting spirit has once again improved a lot. 4th Kage Master Luasha came out. 3rd Tsuchikage Master Onoki came out. Elder Yuenshi came out too. With the appearance of 4th Raikage Yaoi I and Killer B. Not long after, Luo Sha, Onoki, Yuenshi and others finally walked from behind to the front of Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi, and Mist Shinobi, making the Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi, Mist Shinobi on the scene awe-inspiring. With the high-end combat power of the major ninja villages in place. In an instant, the violent fighting spirit of Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi Village, Kurigakure, and Cloud Shinobi could no longer be suppressed and released. However, faced with such a terrifying fighting spirit, far away, read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Konoha village remains silent. It seems that there is no taste of coming out to face the 4 ninja villages. 1 minute. 10 minutes and 20 minutes. Time goes by little by little. Finally, when the overall fighting spirit of the Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi Village, Kurigakure, and Cloud Shinobi troops reached a peak. Yaoi I, Oyumu, Yuenshi, Luasha glanced at each other from the air, and nodded indifferently. The underlying meaning is very simple. Since Konoha village is determined to be a tortoise, they can only take the initiative to attack Konoha village. Ready. Advertisement. In the next moment, Yaoi I, Onoki, Yuenshi, and Luasha all extended their right hands, and this simple hands-on operation also made countless Cloud Shinobi, Rock Shinobi, Wunin, and Sand Shinobi involuntary. Clenched the weapon in his hand. However, at this time, Konoha village, which has been quiet. But there was no movement in vain. One by one Konoha Shinobi flew out from Konoha village at a very fast speed. Coming. Konoha village is going to fight after all. At the moment when the ninjas of Konoha village came out, Yaoi I, Onoki, Yuenshi, and Luasha who stood at the forefront of their respective camps all smiled coldly, and a violent aura surged out. They are not afraid of not winning, they are afraid that Konoha village will be a turtle. Now it's alright, I can defeat Konoha village head on, and I'm very excited when I think about it. In an instant. With Yaoi I, Onoki, Yuenshi and other high-end combat powers bursting out of their own violent fighting intent. In an instant, the Sand Shinobi Force, Rock Shinobi Village Force, Kurigakure Force, Cloud Shinobi Force and countless ninjas' combat intent were suddenly connected together. Immediately, he squeezed the Konoha Shinobi who had just appeared again at a very fast speed, as if he wanted to overwhelm the Konoha Shinobi in aura. Good. What a strong fighting spirit. Are the ninjas of the 4 great ninja villages taking stimulants? They seem to have eaten us. in the face of such a violent and invisible war spirit. The Konoha shinobi who just appeared, frowned unconsciously, even though they were not scared, but looking at the Sand Shinobi group, the Rock Shinobi village group, the Kurigakure group, the countless ninjas of the Cloud Shinobi group, I still couldn't help but trembled in my heart. Even Uchiha Fugaku, Hyuga Hiyashi, Nara Shikahisa, and others, they all say bad things in their hearts. What is the most afraid of fighting? I am afraid of being suppressed in momentum, which will weaken the opponent invisibly. You guys are watching the show, I'll go play it first. In an instant. Advertisement. Accompanied by a sound of breaking through the air. Standing in the middle, Uchiha Ryujin, who had not made any movements, flew out in a flash and stood in the center of the battlefield. He is Uchiha Ryujin, wait for the next episode to fire him. Seeing Uchiha Ryujin who suddenly appeared, 4th Raikage Yui frowned, as if thinking of something, he gave a loud command. Yes, he is Uchiha Ryujin from the Uchiha clan. No, he killed the Konoha executives led by 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. Doesn't you look like a wicked person? Facing Uchiha Ryujin voluntarily appeared in the center of the battlefield. Yuenshi, Onoki, Rosa, Killer Bee, Yakura, Nuo Lees, and others were also shocked, because Uchiha Ryujin is completely different from what he imagined. He doesn't have the breath of a strong person. Just like ordinary youth. It finally broke out completely. I don't know how powerful shock fruit is in team fighting. At this time, Uchiha Ryujin's mouth was slightly cocked, but he couldn't help but stretch out. Boom. Quality. And it was precisely with this movement of stretching the waist that Uchiha Ryujin's breath suddenly changed, and he came to the ninja realm. Heaven and earth surrendered. Suddenly. With Uchiha Ryujin as the center, the terrifying Conqueror's haki is like a surging weather wave. They headed towards the mighty suppression of the ninja forces in the 4 ninja villages directly in front. Chapter 90. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 90 Shock Fruit. Destroy the world, 2 more tears and kneels for subscription. Is this imposing? How could he burst out with such a terrifying aura? Impossible. Perceiving the sudden change of Uchiha Ryujin's breath, the high-end combat power of the 4 major ninja villages including Yaoi, Onoki, Yuenshi, and Luasha showed an unbelievable look almost instantly. No way. Is the style of painting really becoming too fast? The moment before it was harmless to humans and animals, the next moment the world will surrender. At this time, Uchiha Ryujin's Conqueror's haki collided with the monstrous fighting spirit of the 4 ninja villages at an extremely fast speed. Boom. Accompanied by a dull voice. In full view, Uchiha Ryujin's Conqueror's haki defeated the ninja army's combined warfare with one blow, and then severely bombarded Sand Shinobi's army and Rock Shinobi Village's army. Kurigakure Corps, the countless ninjas of Cloud Shinobi Corps. Nowadays, how strong is Uchiha Ryujin's Conqueror's haki? Maybe even Uchiha Ryujin himself is not particularly clear. But, through signing in and fusing the Whitebeard template, coupled with his own continuous strengthening, he is not proud to say that Ken 380 must surpass the man with the strongest haki in the pirate world, the Redhead Shanks. So what? Almost in an instant, Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi Village, Kurigakure, Cloud Shinobi, countless ninjas. Even some Jonin felt a tremor in their minds, and there was a buzzing sound in their minds. Advertisement. The world before him has suddenly become blank. Puff. This is the sound of a ninja falling to the ground, and it seems like a fuse, puff and puff. All of a sudden, I saw Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi Village, Kurigakure, Cloud Shinobi, countless ninjas, as if they had lost their center of gravity. The sound of falling to the ground. This scene. Even though the high-end combat power of the 4 major ninja villages including Yazuki-I, Onoki, Genshi, Rasha, Yakura, and Killer Bee resisted the influence of Conqueror's haki, it became extremely ugly in an instant, and his eyes were filled with extremely unbelievable colors. How can it be? Isn't the script written like this? FCK, the ninja core of the 4 major ninja villages, before they even started to fight, they were mostly fainted by the momentum and pressure. This BDBF is so terrible. Ever since, in this situation, after haki, the whole battlefield is silent. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Uchiha Ryujin-sama, is it too terrifying? The ninja troop of the 4 great ninja villages, that's it. Terrible. Soon, the countless ninjas of the Konoha Shinobi army, after the initial shock, made a series of exclamation sounds. Even Might Guy, Kakashi, Hyuga Hiyashi, Uchiha Fugaku, Nara Shikahisa and others were all stunned. Yes. They know that Lord Uchiha Ryujin is very strong. But, it's so strong, and it's still awe-inspiring to suppress everything by its momentum alone. My more than 10,000 Rock Shinobi are just scrapped. On the battlefield, 3rd Tsuchikage Onoki looked at Rock Shinobi, who was almost lying on the ground, his old face collapsed, his beard curled up, and his heart was annoyed to vomit blood. To know. Advertisement. These 10,000 rock shinobi are his secret weapon. He has already investigated it clearly. Uchiha Ryujin is a ninja who is good at physical skills. Therefore, he intends to deal with Uchiha Ryujin in the same way he dealt with Third Raikage, using human tactics to consume his opponents alive. The results of it. This Uchiha Ryujin really doesn't talk about martial ethics. Damn, how did this guy cultivate, and his aura can be so strong. I knew I wouldn't bring so many ninjas. It seems that the crowded tactics are of no use to Uchiha Ryujin. Get ready to fight. After regaining his senses, the high-end combat power of the four major ninja villages including Yazuki-I, Uenshi, Luasha, Yakura, Killer Bee, and Kon, looked at each other from the sky, and their expressions became solemn. Up. Uchiha Ryujin's difficulty was beyond their expectations and attacked with momentum. They had gained a lot of knowledge, and they were also beaten in the face. Guys, is this just the beginning? At this time, Uchiha Ryujin stood there calmly, clenched his fists, glanced flatly at Onogi and others, and said loudly, "Since they are all here, let all the ninjas stay in Konoha village." After saying this, Uchiha Ryujin's mind moved, and a bright white glow appeared on his two fists. At the moment these luminous white halos appeared, the air in the entire battlefield began to vibrate slightly, as if it was a precursor to the coming of an earthquake. Danger. Extremely dangerous. Facing the mysterious power that appeared in vain on Uchiha Ryujin's fist. Yazuki-I, Uenshi, Luasha, Yakura, Killer Bee, Kon and the high-end combat power of the four major ninja villages, due to the sixth sense, all look slightly changed. Hands. He wanted to kill the ninjas who were stunned. Huh. Advertisement. Oyemu's expression was extremely solemn, and he flew out first, and let's go. After hearing these words, Yi Ui, Yuan Shi, Luo Sha, Yakura, Killer Bee, Kon and others, too late to hesitate, flew out at a very fast speed in the chakra violent all over the body, trying to stop Uchiha Ryujin. But, at this time, Uchiha Ryujin's two fists suddenly blasted out, directly hitting two bright white halos, one of which hit the air and the other hit the ground. Empty shock. Earthquake. Kaka wiped the next moment. Two bright white halos exploded with shocking power that seemed to destroy the sky and the earth, instantly making the air and the earth look like glass, with wisps of cracks visible to the naked eye, so that the entire battlefield began to move. Shaking it up, it's as if it's going to be destroyed at any time. What kind of power is this special? It shattered the atmosphere and the ground. The air and the ground are cracked, how can I stop this? It's too late. Perceiving the ground shaking the mountain and the trembling air on the battlefield, the fast-moving bodies of Yazuki-I, Onoki, Genshi, Rasha, Yakura, Killer Bee, Kon and others froze in place. No way. Facing this terrifying large-scale attack that seemed to destroy the world, they could not stop it. Even if he used a large-scale defensive ninjutsu, it was too late. Therefore, I can only watch Uchiha Ryujin's two shocking powers, rushing towards the stunned ninjas. Pouch. Pouch. After a few seconds, there were harsh sounds. Those rock shinobi, mist shinobi, cloud shinobi, and sand shinobi who have fainted in the face of the powerful shock force. All were smashed to pieces, and some were even turned into a cloud of blood. Especially when there were large-scale cracks on the ground, the scene was extremely shocking. Chapter 91. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 91. Can the tail beast kill people? 3 watchers kneel for subscription. Influenced by. The whole battlefield is tragic. In the face of the shocking power of shock fruit, the scene is almost in a state of crushing. All the ninjas who have just been stunned by Conqueror's haki have been shocked alive, and those who die cannot die again. Perhaps these rock shinobi, mist shinobi, cloud shinobi, sand shinobi did not expect that they would have been destroyed by the group before they even shot, and there was no chance to fight back. Of course, this also reflects from the side Y in the pirate world. At its peak, Whitebeard would be called the strongest man in the world. Why is Sengoku called the power to destroy the world? And now Uchiha Ryujin, with the blessing of Sage Body's horror ability, displays the power of shock fruit, which has almost no side effects, so it is even more powerful. Boom. The power of the shock is still raging, the air is constantly emitting a deafening roar, and the earth is trembling like an earthquake crazily. Until more than 10 minutes later, the entire battlefield gradually subsided down. Looking around, the cracks in the air disappeared, but there are shocking cracks on the ground, spreading to the sky. More importantly, countless ninjas of Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi Village, Kurigakure, Cloud Shinobi have disappeared. If it were not for the strong bloody smell in the air, it might not prove that those ninjas ever existed. Advertisement. At this time, looking at the ninja troop of the 4 ninja villages that had been beaten and disappeared, the countless ninja expressions of Konoha village solidified, the eyes of Onoki were dull, the bodies of Yezuki-I and Killer Bee were a little stiff, Yuanshi and Yakang's whole person is already stupid. Luo Sha has froze in place, there is no way, no one thought of it. Uchiha Ryujin will master such terrifying power. Even Konoha's many ninjas knew that Uchiha Ryujin could shatter the air, but they didn't expect Uchiha Ryujin to use this force to forcibly destroy the ninja groups of the 4 great ninja villages in Konoha village. It was also at this time that Uchiha Fugaku, Hyuga Hiyashi, Naraluku and others knew why Uchiha Ryujin would say to let them see the power of destroying the world. Finally, I don't know how long it took. Oyemu, who was originally suspended in midair, fell from the sky in horror and hit the ground fiercely, but Oyemu didn't seem to feel the pain in his body, but just slumped to the ground in despair. More than 10,000 rock shinobi. This is the baby at the bottom of the Iwagakure box. The result. In order to pull down Konoha village, all these more than 10,000 rock shinobi fell into the sand in Konoha village. For a time, read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Third Tsuchikage Onoki's heart is dripping crazily. Impossible, why is this happening? Fourth Raikage Yui Ikuo Mine's cheeks were filled with horror and disbelief. He did not expect that more than 2,000 cloud shinobi would die so aggrieved, and someone else's big move would be close to the whole army. Annihilated. I thought Konoha village was in the weakest period in history, but now it seems that. Is there a super monster in Konoha village? This is too abnormal. Yuanshi and Yakura looked at each other, and they could see the shocking colors in their eyes, and there was only one thought in their hearts, and that was all done. You know, this time they brought more than 2,000 Kiri Shinobu, but Kirigakure's last bit of trump card. As a result, they all died. When thinking of the anger of the Karibu family after returning, Yuanshi and Yakura felt heavy pressure. Advertisement. Impossible. Fourth Kage Rosa can't keep calm anymore, so many deaths of Sand Shinobi made him very heartbroken. After the Konoha high level headed by 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen was wiped out, did Konoha village weaken? Damn it, how could this Uchiha Ryujin be so perverted? They didn't give them a little chance to focus on fire. So strong. This Lord Ryujin is too strong. If Ryujin-sama can suppress everything by himself, then he is the new ninja god. At this moment, the Konoha shinobi who reacted, including Kakashi, Might Guy, Yuhitaka, Uchiha Fugaku, Hyuga Hiyashi, etc., all showed excitement. Especially when I think of Konoha village, a god of the ninja world appears again, and my heart trembles with excitement. You know, in the history of ninja world, there is only one first Hokage Senju Hashirama who has the title of God of Ninja World. As for the so-called strongest Naruto in history Sarutobi Hiruzen, everyone has read it, and it's okay, there is no need to take it to heart. Now, they saw a new ninja god in Uchiha Ryujin's body, which seemed to be rising. Roar. However, at this moment, accompanied by a violent roar, in a huge crack, a majestic crimson chakra suddenly appeared, and then under the eyes of everyone, a white monster that grew bigger and bigger like a pony appeared on the battlefield. Elder Yuanshi, I'm going to be completely beasted. Perceiving chakra of 5 tails, Yakura's eyes flashed with a resolute color. Dao, I was controlled by illusionism, and I did a lot of things against Kirigaku. Now, it's time to show my value, it's time. Advertisement. It is good. Master Yuan nodded with a heavy expression on his snake head stick. The voice hasn't fallen yet. A horrible chakra spread out. Yakura's body appeared on the tail beast chakra coat, and then, it turned into a huge turtle with 3 tails and thorns all over the body. 0 Killer Bee. Seeing that 5 tails Jinchuriki and 3 tails Jinchuriki have been completely tailed. 4th Raikage Yui took a deep breath and said coldly, directly and completely beastly, exploding with the strongest strength of 8 tails. Got it. At this time, Killer Bee had no silly expression on her cheeks, a little bit only endless coldness and killing intent. Another horrible tail beast chakra fluctuates. Under the gaze of everyone, Killer Bee's body kept emitting huge octopus tentacles, and finally, a bull-headed octopus monster that kept getting bigger appeared on the battlefield. Is this 5 tails? 3 tails Jinchuriki also broke out. 8 tails also appeared. After 5 tails, 3 tails, 8 tails Jinchuriki erupted one after another. The entire battlefield immediately exploded, and many Konoha shinobi showed a look of horror, especially some ninjas who had experienced the 9 tails chaos. They seemed to have recalled the fear that Konoha village was dominated by 9 tails 9 years ago. The current 8 tails, 5 tails, and 3 tails, although they are not as powerful as 9 tails, but, together they can definitely break out an extremely terrifying power. Can the tail beast kill people? Seeing this scene, Uchiha Ryujin's heart is not fluctuating, even some want to laugh. Chapter 92. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 92 ending in front of my face. 4 more knelt for subscription. Can the tail beast kill people? Seeing this scene, Uchiha Ryujin's heart is not fluctuating, even some want to laugh. 7 years ago, he could easily suppress 9 tails. Now 3 tails, 5 tails, and 8 tails seem to be throbbing the outburst of chakra, but, to be honest, that's it. More importantly, he is completely beastly in front of him. Is he ignoring Mangekyo Sharingan? Roar. With the violent roar of a tail beast, the Han who entered the complete tail beastization stared at Uchiha Ryujin coldly, and slowly opened his big mouth. In an instant, the terrifying tailed beast chakra crazily condensed in its mouth, and gradually a huge black chakra-tailed beast bomb was formed. Uchiha Ryujin, just wait to die. On the other side of 023, he entered the completely tailed Yakura, continuously condensing chakra, forming a high-density black energy bomb in his mouth. Idiot, asshole, killed us so much Cloud Shinobi. And into the completely tailed Killer Bee, the brutal gaze is also locked on Uchiha Ryujin, a violent tailed beast bomb crazy condensed in his mouth. Ready to do it. Everyone gathered the fire together and killed Uchiha Ryujin. Single quote. It is necessary to kill Uchiha Ryujin, otherwise no one can guarantee that Uchiha Ryujin is the next Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara. Single quote. Seeing 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails in the tailed beast bomb. Advertisement. 3rd Tsuchikage Onoki, 4th Raikage Uei, 4th Kage Rosa, and Elder Yuenshi all quickly entered a state of battle. Have nothing to say. Things have developed to the present, they already know that they have miscalculated. Completely underestimated Uchiha Ryujin's terrifying strength and weird ability, in order not to lose money. I was poor, so I could only bite the bullet and attack Uchiha Ryujin together. Go to hell. After a few seconds, the Killer Bee, which has entered the complete tail beastization, took the lead, but, in the next second, things that made countless people dumbfounded happened. The Killer Bee, which had entered the complete tail beastization, did not attack Uchiha Ryujin. Instead, the bullhead turned and sprayed a tailed beast bomb at Uei. And this seems to be the beginning. The Han who entered the complete tail beastization also launched an attack on Onogi, and the fully tailed Yakura attacked the Yuenshi strangely. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Killer Bee, what are you doing? Yakura, you called the wrong person. Damn, Han, what are you doing? The sudden change flashed the waists of countless people. Uei, Oyumu, Luasha, Yuenshi was stunned. It seemed that there was no reaction. Special. Didn't you say that you should start with Uchiha Ryujin together? Why are these 3 Jinchuriki? Instead, he launched an attack on their own people. However, facing the oncoming tailed beast bomb, they did not dare to have any hesitation, and each performed body flicker technique and hurriedly avoided the tailed beast bomb. Boom 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 boom. In the next instant, 3 consecutive deafening explosions sounded, and the huge energy wave shook the battlefield several times, rolling up 3 energy shock waves. Advertisement. How could this be like this? How did 3 tails, 5 tails, and 8 tails Jinchuriki attack their own people? It's so strange, it's really strange. At this moment, the large army of Konoha shinobi. Many Konoha shinobi people watched this scene. Almost all showed a ghostly expression. They are a little confused about the form of the battlefield. How come 3 tails, 5 tails, and 8 tails Jinchuriki have become the 2nd and 5th sons? Could Konoha village win without fighting? Look at Master Ryujin's eyes. Guyu is obviously different. It should have evolved from Mangekyo Sharingan to Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. At this time, Uchiha Fugaku seemed to have seen something and said in amazement that in the history of our Uchiha clan, only Uchiha Madara evolved Mangekyo Sharingan to Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan has almost no side effects. Now Lord Uchiha Ryujin used Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan's illusion to control 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails Jinchuriki. When it comes to this, Uchiha Fugaku showed a hint of envy. No way, only after possessing Mangekyo Sharingan will he know how terrifying Mangekyo Sharingan's side effects are. Therefore, for Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, he is jealous and hated. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. After hearing these words, Kakashi, Might Guy, Hyuga Hiyashi, Naruto and others all showed a look of sudden realization. No wonder Jinchuriki loses control. At the same moment, on the battlefield, 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails Jinchuriki had already fought Uei, Oyeki, Luasha, Yuenshi, and there was a deafening roar. Boom. After the collision sound. Advertisement. Uei, who entered the lightning-style chakra mode, was blasted out by the tailed beast bomb and hit the ground tens of meters away. The other party. Dust escape original realm stripping technique. An astonishing chakra erupted from Onoki's body, and his hands quickly formed a seal, forming a deformable translucent enchantment in his hands and violently punched out. Boom. A roar resounded. The translucent barrier collided with the tailed beast bomb, exploding with a terrifying energy impact. Boom. Affected by energy shock waves. After Da Yemu's body flew back hundreds of meters, he looked at the man who entered the completely beast-like man with a green face. At this time, the 1.1 man had just flashed the Sharingan logo in his eyes. At this time, if he doesn't know what's going on, it's a fool and an idiot. Mangekyo Sharingan. He did not expect Uchiha Ryujin to have opened Mangekyo Sharingan. In the face of Mangekyo Sharingan, Nine Tails Jinchuriki came, and there was no use for eggs. Mangekyo Sharingan could only play between the palms. Desperate. Vaguely, Onoki suddenly felt like he faced Uchiha Madara at the beginning, and was crushed all the way. No hope of winning. Chapter 93. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 93. Roar. During the period when Oyumu was stunned, the Han who entered the complete tail beastization broke out with the majestic tail beast chakra wave, and launched a fierce attack on Oyumu. Oyumu felt like he was going crazy. However, the current Han is controlled by Mangekyo Sharingan's illusion, and he can only bite the bullet and try to contain the completely beastly Han. Yakura, are you controlled again? Accompanied by a sound of breaking through the air. Master Yuan evaded the attack of Three Tails in an instant by casting Shui, and his heart was a little aggrieved and speechless. This Yakura. I keep saying that I want to redeem myself. What is the result? After entering the complete tail animalization, I was controlled by Uchiha Ryujin's illusion in the blink of an eye. This willpower is too bad, right? Tailed Beast Bomb. Entering the completely tailed beast, Yakura was unheard of, and still attacked Yuanshi. I faced the tailed beast bomb. Master Yuan could only use Shuishi, and evaded frantically. As he is old, he definitely can't win Three Tails. 14 can only delay as much as possible to see if he can be rescued. Deep down, Yuanshi also regrets it. Is it unhappy to stay in Kurigakure as the emperor? If he died here, the young Terumi didn't know whether the repression lived in Kurigakure's place. Luo Sha, what are you doing in a daze? When I think of this. Advertisement. Master Yuan could only yell to Luo Sha, who has been watching the show, hurry up and join the battle. I'm waiting. After hearing these words, Luo Sha thought for a while before speaking with a serious expression. The voice hasn't finished yet. Under Yuanshi's incredible eyes, third Kage Rosa turned around in a flash and ran away. Yes, just ran away. Luo Sha, what are you running for? Master Yuan dodges the attack of Three Tails, while roaring furiously, we are the four ninja allied forces. Humph, I'm not a fool, this Uchiha Ryujin is too strong, it's better to go first. In the rapid movement, Luo Sha listened to Master Yuan's words and couldn't help but snorted, a ray of fear flashed in her eyes. He was scared. This Uchiha Ryujin is terrible, terrifying. I don't know if it's the shocking force of the blood succession boundary. Coupled with Mangekyo Sharingan, I think it's all my scalp tingling. Of course. Thinking of the more than 2,000 Sand Shinobi who had been destroyed, Luo Sha's heart was dripping blood. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. You know, Tsunagakure's overall strength is not good. I wanted to bite a piece of fat on Konoha village, but I didn't expect that the fat didn't bite. On the contrary, it made Tsunagakure, which was not prosperous, even worse. Where do you want to go? However, at this moment, a soft voice came out. I saw Uchiha Ryujin appeared right in front of Luosha not far away at some point. Staring at him with a smile. In fact, in the face of the four ninja allied forces, he originally wanted to use full firepower. But after discovering that three Jinchuriki actually despised him and entered a state of complete tail beastization in front of him, he changed his attention again. After all, Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan dealt with tail beasts. Isn't it as simple as lousy hitting his son? Therefore, there was the scene of the three major Jinchuriki reversals. Uchiha Ryujin. Advertisement. Luo Sha's face suddenly changed, and when she was about to answer something. But he found that Uchiha Ryujin, whose eyes had entered the Mangekyo Sharingan state, had flew towards him. Magnet-style Aventuran cube. Luosha quickly formed the seal with both hands, and instantly created a cube made of Aventuran, and directly hit Uchiha Ryujin. Air shock. Uchiha Ryujin squeezed his right hand, and the glowing white halo and armament haki quickly wrapped around his fist, and punched out. Click and click accompanied by the sound of air bursting. The placer gold cube suddenly collided with the force of the shock, and a deafening roar erupted, and it was immediately shaken into countless places of gold. Magnet style. Sands waves. Seeing this scene, just as Luo Sha wanted to urge Chakra and Jian to display the ninja again, a long-handled knife passed through his body from behind him, and blood rushed out instantly, staining him. Wet his clothes. You were so flustered, that's just my clone. Uchiha Ryujin blankly pulled out the Kong Yunchi that had penetrated Luo Sha's body. Pouch was just at this moment. The Uchiha Ryujin in front of me turned into a white smoke and disappeared. Perceiving the ever-wasting vitality, Luosha covered her bleeding wound and opened her mouth. She wanted to say something, but she could only vomit blood constantly. In the end, she could only fall straight to the ground. From beginning to end, he didn't even think that he would die like this. However, what Rosha didn't know was that even if he didn't die now, in the original work, he would die at Orochimaru's hands. Third Kage was killed. Seeing a face-to-face Luo Sha was killed. Yaoi I, Onoki, and Yuanshi who were entangled with the tail beasts all changed their expressions suddenly. Obviously, they did not expect that Uchiha Ryujin would kill if he didn't agree with him, and he would not show mercy. Advertisement. After all, Luo Sha is also fourth Kage anyway, and if he is captured, it may play a bigger role. Hurry up, let me suppress 8 tails. Bang. Suddenly. A painful voice sounded. The 8 tails, who had been running violently, stopped at the same place for an instant, and at a glance, it seemed that Killer Bee was grabbing control of the body with 8 tails. Master 3rd Tsuchikage, you go quickly. Elder 923 Yuan Division, you go quickly, under the influence of 8 tails. The huge bodies of 5 tails Jinchuriki Han and 3 tails Jinchuriki Yakura suddenly stopped in place. Go. We split up, lest we get caught up in a net. This Uchiha Ryujin is too hot, kill it if you say it, it's a pervert. Yaoi I, Onoki, and the marshal also knew the seriousness of the matter, and after looking at each other in the air, while 8 tails, 3 tails, and 5 tails stopped moving, they fled in 3 directions. Swish accompanied by 3 cracking sounds. Under the stunned gaze of countless Konoha shinobi, Yezuki I, Onoki, Yuanshi and the 3 Jinchuriki, regardless of the 3 Jinchuriki, were just like the dog of the morning family and ran away. Want to run. Uchiha Ryujin used observation haki to perceive it, and then he chased in the direction where Yuanshi was running. Seeing Uchiha Ryujin chasing after him, Yuanshi's face was as gray as death, and his heart immediately began to scold his mother. He is just an elder of Kurigakure. Go chasing 4th Raikage Ui and 3rd Tsuchikage Onoki, isn't it fragrant? Finally, after holding on for a minute, Yuanshi was killed by Uchiha Ryujin. Chapter 94. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 94 Senju Hashirama. My Konoha is dead. 1 more tears and kneels for subscription. After killing Yuanshi, Uchiha Ryujin came back to the battlefield after a few flashes. Did he run? Perceiving that 3rd Tsuchikage Onogi and 4th Raikage Yazuki I have fled the battlefield, Uchiha Ryujin frowned. He did not expect. Oyemu and Yaoi I will be so shameless, they will run as soon as they say they run, and they will not be muddled in the slightest. Not even 5 tails Jinchuriki and 8 tails Jinchuriki. If you add 3 tails Jinchuriki, then, through this war, Konoha village will have 3 tail beasts effortlessly, plus 9 tails. Konoha village already has 4 tail beasts. There are 9 tailed beasts, and Konoha village has 4. Haha, let you 2 go for now. Thinking of the hard work of the 4 ninja villages and traveling all the way to the land of fire to send warmth to Konoha village, Uchiha Ryujin didn't bother to chase Onogi and Yezuki I. Originally, after eliminating the Konoha high level headed by 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, the overall strength of Konoha village was greatly weakened. Now, with 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails, Konoha village is basically full of blood to recover in place, and its overall strength has become stronger than before, of course. Now his top priority, it is to completely convince 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails. As for the manpower pillar, killing is over. Anyway, Killer Bee, Han, and Yakura are not from Konoha village. It is impossible to expect them to work for Konoha village. We will win. The 4 major coalition forces were just destroyed by the Uchiha Ryujin Lord. We are not dreaming, right? Seeing the rapidly changing situation on the battlefield, the expressions of many Konoha shinobi were agitated, and even the eyes were already moist, and they wanted to cry with joy. It's not easy. To be honest, facing the coalition forces of the 4 ninja villages, it is false to say that they are not afraid in their hearts. But, now it seems that Konoha village is defeated by the 4 great ninja villages. Uchiha Ryujin-sama is the eternal god of Konoha village. Phew, I won. Advertisement. Right in front of Konoha's army, Uchiha Fugaku, Hyuga Hiyashi, Nara Shikuhisa and other clan chiefs, after looking at each other, they also unconsciously relieved. They know very well that after this commissioning, Konoha village has taken off completely. Idiot. Bastard. 8 Tails, you wake up quickly. On the battlefield, after covering Yayui's departure, Killer Bee began to frantically snatch control of his body. He vowed to make Konoha village pay a blood-like price. But at this moment, accompanied by a strange fluctuation of pupil power, the Sharingan marks in the eyes of 8 Tails, 5 Tails, and 3 Tails all disappeared. Killer Bee, those damn eyes controlled me, these eyes again. Let's shoot together and kill him. At the moment of being out of the control of Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, roar. Roar. The eyes of 8 Tails, 5 Tails, and 3 Tails are violent to the extreme. As the legendary tail beasts, they also have dignity and arrogance, but, faced by Mangekyo Sharingan, they are controlled by the second, and it is a tail beast that can't bear it. Influenced by, read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. 8 Tails, 5 Tails, 3 Tails, the violent tail beast chakra began to gush out. Each roared. Then he violently attacked Uchiha Ryujin. Bang comment. Accompanied by the sound of shaking mountains. 8 Tails, 5 Tails, and 3 Tails under the full outbreak of chakra are extremely violent. It seems to destroy everything, the countless Konoha shinobi who watched are numb in the scalp. Just to convince you. Facing the 3-tailed beasts at once, Uchiha Ryujin's expression was so plain, his eyes quickly withdrew from the state of Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and he squeezed his fist directly to meet him. After banging for a few seconds, Uchiha Ryujin met the 3-tailed beasts. Compared with the huge body of the tail beast, Uchiha Ryujin's body is undoubtedly smaller. But, when Uchiha Ryujin hit the air with a punch, the air burst, and the violent shock force swept out, and it directly shook 3 Tails, 5 Tails, and 8 Tails out. Advertisement. And this is just the beginning. Then, boom boom. Accompanied by a deafening roar resounding. Uchiha Ryujin's fists constantly bombarded 3 Tails, 5 Tails, and 8 Tails, hitting the 3-tailed beasts in defeat, constantly flying backwards, and hitting the ground fiercely. Even if the 3-tailed beasts are forced to use tailed beast bomb. There is no use for eggs, the seemingly powerful tailed beast bomb, as long as it touches Uchiha Ryujin's fist, it is blown abruptly. Ever since, in this situation, the battlefield is constantly rolling up violent energy waves, breaking the original. The unbearable battlefield began to explode and tremble crazily again. And watching this extremely shocking scene, especially watching Uchiha Ryujin like a humanoid beast leaning on his body against the 3-tailed beast, countless Konoha shinobi are shocked in their hearts, but the expression on their cheeks is already numb. What a strong body. While Might Guy looked at the bloody scene, he raised his eyebrows and his eyes were straight. The whole person was full of fighting spirit at once. After this battle is over, he will continue to work hard to practice, and tonight, he will add another 3,000 push-ups. 1 minute, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, finally. After an hour, the violent 3 Tails, 5 Tails, and 8 Tails were completely paralyzed on the ground, not daring to scream, and the violent color in their eyes disappeared, as if they had been stimulated, losing the uniqueness of the tail beast hostile. Even if it's Jinchuriki Yakura, Han, Killer Bee's crazy motivator chakra. 3 Tails, 5 Tails, and 8 Tails were unmoved, making Yakura, Han, and Killer Bee only incompetent furious, and extremely angry inside, but there was no way. How can it be? Are the tail beasts afraid of being beaten? Are they immortal? It's over, we are dead. Soon, Killer Bee, Han, and Yakura withdrew from the state of being completely tailed and slumped to the ground with a gray complexion. They couldn't figure out why this happened. Isn't it set for Konoha village? How come they came to send warmth to Konoha village? Now the tail beast in the body has completely ignored their words, and no tail beast chakra is loaned to them. Advertisement. However, Killer Bee, Han, what Yakura didn't know was the 8 Tails, 5 Tails, and 3 Tails in their bodies have been completely frightened. Well, it is completely over. At this time, Uchiha Ryujin glanced at Killer Bee, Han, Yakura, and shook his head indifferently. He just used the power of armament haki and shock fruit to almost blast 8 Tails, 5 Tails, 3 Tails, and finally, the 8 Tails, 5 Tails, and 3 Tails only surrendered. When there is time, he will extract 8 Tails, 5 Tails, and 3 Tails from the bodies of Killer Bee, Han, and Yakura. At the same moment, Mount Myoboku, one of the 3 holy places, is within a temple in the depths. Accompanied by a horrible wave of sage body chakra. I saw first Hokage Senju Hashirama, second generation Hokage Senju Tobarama, third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen stood up from the 3 coffins. Phew, okay. Seeing this scene, the big toad sage with a doctor's hat on his head was in awe. Moving, it suppresses the palpitating fairy technique chakra fluctuations in his body. There is no doubt that it succeeded. Using 3 dying toad corpses, Toad Sage successfully performed the impure world reincarnation. As the toad turns into the appearance of the dead. After Senju Hashirama got up from the coffin, he didn't seem to react. He glanced around, and finally his eyes fell on Toad Sage. Toad Sage, did you impure me impure world reincarnation? Senju Hashirama frowned and spoke with confusion. Konoha village is experiencing difficulties. Toad Sage's toad has some helplessness on his face, saying that Konoha village has completely changed, and now the siege of the 4 ninja villages may have perished. What? My Konoha village is gone. Hearing these words, first Hokage Senju Hashirama's brain roared, and there was only one thought left in his heart. Chapter 95. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 95. A slap in the face of Sarutobi Hiruzen. What? My Konoha village is gone. After hearing these words, first Hokage Senju Hashirama's brain roared, and there was only one thought left in his heart. How can it be? For the solid foundation I laid for Konoha village. Senju Hashirama knows it himself, so even if he is dead, he is very relieved about the future of Konoha village. The result? He was resurrected by impure world reincarnation. The first thing I heard was that Konoha village was besieged by the 4 ninja villages, and it might be destroyed, which undoubtedly had some hitting Senju Hashirama's face. Sarutobi, you bastard, what is going on? Next to him, second Hokage Senju Tobarama walked out of the coffin and glanced at third Hokage, who was still in a daze. His brow wrinkled slightly, and he said angrily, when I passed the Hokage to you, I didn't tell you. Do you protect Konoha village well? I heard these words. Sarutobi Hiruzen's expression was a little stiff, and he opened his mouth to say something, but didn't say anything. What else can you say? For being out of Toad Sage impure world reincarnation. He was also a little surprised, but, the moment he saw first Hokage and second Hokage were also released by impure world reincarnation, he felt a little guilty. After all, the Senju clan has been suppressed by him and almost annihilated. There is only one single seedling like Tsunade on the bright side. If first Hokage Senju 250 Hashirama and second Hokage Senju Tobarama ask, he doesn't know how to answer. Advertisement. More importantly, he also deliberately misinterpreted the will of fire. Ordinary ninjas of age are leaves, and the upper floors of Konoha village are the trunks and rhizomes of trees. When the leaves rot, they can moisturize the roots of the tree, so that the trunk will become stronger. This is one of the reasons why he insists on sending fresh graduates from the ninja school to the battlefield. Now everything seems to be exposed. As for why Konoha village was besieged by the 4 ninja villages, he also vaguely guessed the reason, and probably guessed why they came out of impure world reincarnation. When he thought of this, Sarutobi Hiruzen has some hatred for Uchiha Ryujin, everything is his kind. Otherwise, if the Uchiha clan is obediently destroyed, nothing will happen. The 4 ninja villages will not besiege Konoha village. Big Toad Sage, what is going on? Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen silent, first Hokage Senju Hashirama still looked at Toad Sage, and asked solemnly. Let Jiraiya do it. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Toad Sage shook his head, closed his eyes, and commanded in a low voice, Shenzuo, you bring Jiraiya in. Clang. Accompanied by the sound of a door opening. Shenzuo Xian Ren walked in with a serious face. Jiraiya, old man. As soon as he entered the temple, Jiraiya glanced around and saw Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was impure world reincarnation, and said with a little excitement, finally resurrected you, how terrible you died. Yeah, Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded bitterly, smiling on the surface, but in his heart there are some mothers selling criticism. Advertisement. He wanted to scold Jiraiya very much. Even if he wants impure world reincarnation, he can only be impure world reincarnation alone. What do you do with first generation and second generation impure world reincarnation? Others are cheating. Are you cheating your teacher? Lord First Hokage, Lord Second Hokage. Immediately afterwards, Jiraiya hesitated for a moment, then arched his hands slightly towards Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobarama, and yelled respectfully. Your name is Jiraiya. Senju Hashirama was obviously in a bad mood, and said blankly, you tell me what happened in the ninja world these years. A little more detail. Senju Tobarama's eyes moved, he glanced at Sarutobi Hiruzen thoughtfully, and added, including the development of Konoha village over the years. Before that, Jiraiya hesitated a bit. He was actually very clear about some of Sarutobi's actions. Otherwise, he will not leave Konoha village in 2 days, just want to see. Not to be upset. Speed up. I want to know the truth about the siege of Konoha village by the 4 ninja villages. Senju Hashirama's face is also a bit ugly, BFCH, and he said in a deep voice. You asked Toad Sage to get us out of impure world reincarnation. It should also be for Konoha village. You don't make it clear, we won't make a move. Okay. When I heard the words Konoha village, and then thought of the great crisis that Konoha village encountered, Jiraiya gritted his teeth and could only say sorry to Mrs. Sarutobi in his heart, and took a deep breath, saying, Master First Hokage and Master Second Hokage, let me start with World War II. In World War II. Ruined. Seeing that Jiraiya started to talk about it. Sarutobi Hiruzen's heart couldn't help but tremble, and the whole person suddenly became bad. He knows very well that after listening to first generation and second generation, his glorious image as the third generation will plummet. Maybe first Hokage and second Hokage can't help but want to beat him. Then, in this situation, advertisement. Only Jiraiya's voice is left in the temple. At the beginning, the expressions of first Hokage and second Hokage did not change at all. But, when Jiraiya talked about the bizarre death of Senju Nawaki, the death of Konoha's hero White Fang, the chaos of Nine Tails, the death of 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato, the death of Hyuga Hazashi, and the Konoha execs wanting to exterminate Uchiha. After being destroyed by the Uchiha Ryujin counterattack group of the Uchiha clan, 1st Hokage Senju Hashirama and 2nd Hokage Senju Tobirama suddenly shrank their pupils, and then showed a look of shock. At the next moment, 1st Hokage Senju Hashirama asked again with a cold face. You said that the senior Konoha was killed by Uchiha Ryujin of the Uchiha clan alone. Yes it is. Jiraiya nodded with great certainty. What about the Senju family? The next moment, 1st Hokage Senju Hashirama seemed to have thought of something, and suddenly had an ominous premonition in his heart, and asked again. This. Jiraiya stopped talking for a while. The Senju family should have disappeared from Konoha village, right? 1st Hokage Senju Hashirama and 2nd Hokage Senju Tobirama are so smart. If you think about it, you will know what happened to the Senju family. There is also a Tsunade. Jiraiya added with an awkward expression. Sarutobi, you are so kind. The next moment. Accompanied by the majestic chakra fluctuations, pop. Before Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't react. 1st Hokage Senju Hashirama flashed his body and slapped Sarutobi Hiruzen's cheek with a slap. The powerful force even made Sarutobi Hiruzen take a few steps back. Chapter 96. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 97 Senju Hashirama's decision, the new god of ninja world. Master First Hokage, I was also for the peace and stability of Konoha village. Suddenly I was slapped because it was the cause of impure world reincarnation. Sarutobi Hiruzen did not feel the pain either, so he gritted his teeth and retorted with lack of confidence. As Naruto, everything I do is for Konoha village. Of course, Sarutobi Hiruzen still didn't say a word. That's why after you die, the Senju clan is too powerful and do not suppress the Senju clan. How can I maintain the authority and rule of Hokage? Humph. First Hokage Senju Hashirama snorted coldly, and said in a deep voice, what exactly are you for, you know yourself. When talking about this, Senju Hashirama couldn't help but said with a slight irritation, Tobirama, who are you choosing? What is the will of fire? You should know no more. Play a good Konoha village like it is now. Sarutobi, Danzo, Mito, and Kaharu are also personalities. Second Hokage Senju Tobirama shook his head in embarrassment, and didn't quibble. No way, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Shimura Danzo, Utatane Kaharu, Mito Kato Homura were all personally selected by him, and his dislike of the Uchiha clan was also influenced by his will. So, in a sense, Sarutobi Hiruzen and others have gone to the extreme of the will of fire, and he is also responsible. What Senju Tobirama didn't expect was that Sarutobi Hiruzen and others would be so cruel, even the Senju clan would be suppressed and exterminated. But, now things are happening, they are all dead. There is no point in investigating these things. After all, time can't go back, no matter what, it can't change the fact that the Senju clan is almost annihilated and the Konoha village is besieged by the 4 great shinobu villages. Advertisement. Master First Hokage, Master Second Hokage, now Konoha village is being besieged by the 4 ninja villages. At this time, Jiraiya smiled bitterly and said, now that something has happened, it is useless to blame Sarutobi teacher. Let's solve the problem of Konoha village. Konoha village was formed by the Senju and Uchiha clan. After hearing these words, Senju Hashirama took a deep breath and said in a deep voice. Therefore, in a sense, it is reasonable that the Uchiha clan is in the upper ranks. Brother, the Uchiha clan are too extreme. Upon hearing this sentence, Senju Tobirama showed a hint of worry and said coldly, if this Uchiha Ryujin is the second Uchiha Madara, then Konoha village is in danger. After solving the problem of the siege of Konoha village by the 4 ninja villages, let's go and test Uchiha Ryujin. Senju Hashirama didn't even think about it, and said something neatly. I think you don't have to go. Suddenly, at this moment, Toad Sage, who has not spoken all the time, is closing his eyes and rests, suddenly. Opened his eyes and said in a somewhat incredible way, the news from Shima just now was that Konoha village had won this world-renowned battle. Uchiha Ryujin single-handedly destroyed the ninja allied forces of the 4 ninja villages and was captured alive. 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails Jinchuriki, only 3rd Tsuchikage Onoki and 4th Raikage Ui escaped. After this sentence, the whole temple became quiet, facing the 4 great shinobu villages, actually winning. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. It seems that he still won with a big victory. In an instant, Jiraiya's expression froze. Sarutobi Hiruzen's cheeks were filled with a look of extreme astonishment. Even first Hokage Senju Hashirama and second Hokage Senju Tobarama showed incredible colors. Obviously, he did not expect that Uchiha Ryujin would actually face the siege of the 4 ninja villages. Turn the tide. Toad Sage, this, can't it be true? A few seconds later, Jiraiya sighed in horror, and said, how strong is this Uchiha Ryujin, so that he can defeat the 4 great ninja allied forces by himself? I can't see through Uchiha Ryujin. Toad Sage shook his head in surprise, and said slowly, the crisis in Konoha village has been resolved. You can choose to let me disarm Impure World Reincarnation, or you can choose to go to Konoha village. Go to Konoha village and have fun. Hearing that there was nothing wrong with Konoha village, Senju Hashirama was obviously in a sense of comfort, and pointedly said, the new ninja god has appeared, and I always have to take a look. Is the Uchiha god of ninja world? Senju Tobarama frowned. Advertisement. In response, I went to Konoha village with my eldest brother. I also need to go. Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen hesitated for a moment, and said coldly. Old man, you don't have to go. The voice is not over. Jiraiya hesitated for a moment, but still dissuaded him. Why? Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen looked a little gloomy, and gritted his teeth and said, Uchiha family killed the high-level upper ranks of Konoha village, and I am unwilling to accept it. This. Jiraiya suddenly hesitated. He can't tell Mr. Sarutobi that Konoha's major families have jointly printed a copy of his 10 deadly sins, and now he is a rat crossing the street in Konoha village. Seeking flowers. And once Mr. Sarutobi appeared in Konoha village, Jiraiya can imagine the scene where countless civilians and ninjas yelled at teacher Sarutobi. I must go. Sarutobi Hiruzen said affirmatively. Anyway, he is dead now, and he is not afraid of being killed by Uchiha Ryujin again. He wants to see what first Hokage and second Hokage want to do. Okay. Jiraiya smiled bitterly, but finally did not tell Sarutobi the truth. Okay. At this time, first Hokage Senju Hashirama took a deep breath, a curious look appeared in his deep eyes, said, get ready, let's go to Konoha village, meet the god of ninja of the Uchiha clan. At the same moment, advertisement. The Uchiha Ryujin regiment destroyed the 4 ninja allied forces, captured 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails Jinchuriki, and killed 4th Kage Rosa. The news of Kurigakure's Yuanshi spread throughout the ninja world in less than half a day. If it is said that the Uchiha Ryujin group destroyed the Konoha village headed by 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, it is only famous for the ninja world and shocked countless ninjas in ninja villages and small villages. So this time, what Uchiha Ryujin has done proves that he has stood at the pinnacle of the ninja world. To know, is that the 4 major ninja coalition forces, whether it is 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails Jinchuriki, or 4th Raikage Yazuki I, Elder Mist Shinobi Genshi, 4th Kage Rosa, 3rd Tsuchikage Onogi, they are all famous characters in the ninja world. The results of it. In the face of Uchiha Ryujin, a rising star who was born out of nowhere, the group is almost annihilated. 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails Jinchuriki were also sent out, which invisibly enhanced the strength of Konoha village. For a while, countless people were horrified and shocked by it. Then, in this situation, Sand Shinobi Village, Rock Shinobi Village, Kurigakure, Cloud Shinobi Village announced their surrender to Konoha Village in no particular order. Among them, after Tsunade died in 4th Kage Rosa, Chio was forced out of the mountain. Kurigakure was Terumi Mei who stood up and became 5th Mizukage. Affected by this, unconsciously, Uchiha Ryujin has another title in the ninja world. That is the god of the ninja that is above the apex of the ninja world, comparable to the legendary ninja Senju Hashirama. Chapter 97. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 98. The first generation and the story that the King of Dance have to tell, 4 more kneels for subscription. In the country of Rain, on a high tower in the central area of Rain Shinobi Village, the 4 great ninja allied forces were defeated. I saw a woman wearing a black windbreaker embroidered with red clouds, with light blue-purple hair and light orange-yellow pupils, and said something incredible. After hearing this sentence, accompanied by a terrifying pupil power fluctuation, Tiandao Pain suddenly opened his purple Rinnegan, disdainful, lost. It's really a bunch of trash things. That's right. Conan glanced at the intelligence scroll in his hand, and said coldly, 3 tails, 5 tails, 8 tails Jinchuriki have been caught, plus 9 tails. Konoha village already has 4 tail beasts. There are 4 tail beasts. Tiandao Pen's expression is a bit cold, as if thinking of something. He said in a deep voice, "How much information have you collected about Uchiha Ryujin?" His information is very simple. Conan shook his head and said in amazement that before the Konoha executives implemented the extermination plan, he had hardly been out of Konoha village. He was low-key to the extreme and could not collect useful information at all. Is that so? Tiandao Pain was silent all at once. What do we start planning? Seeing that Pain was not speaking, Conan hesitated for a while, and still asked. Wait a minute. The time is not yet ripe. Tiandao Pain said lightly, as long as the time is right, even if the god of the ninja world, I will use Rinnegan to suppress it fiercely and make Konoha village feel the pain. It is good. Conan nodded indifferently. Advertisement. At the same moment, how about inside a dark and cold cave? The masked man Uchiha Obito said solemnly, how exactly did this Uchiha Ryujin practice? Bumming is already a blockbuster, and now he is known as the god of the ninja world. Single quote. I don't know. After hearing these words, both Black Zetsu and White Zetsu, who were fused into one, frowned. Among them, White Zetsu opened his mouth with a little horror. This Uchiha Ryujin has a very strange ability, terrible to the extreme, and the 4 ninja allied forces are unjustly defeated. Leave him alone, we secretly carry out our plan. Black Zetsu hesitated for a while before he said coldly, as long as our plan can succeed and master the ultimate power, even if Uchiha Ryujin is the god of the ninja world, it can only be suppressed alive. Single quote. It is good. Masked man Uchiha Obito nodded blankly, if you look closely. Obito's Sharingan is already filled with an astonishing coldness. Yes, it was once again defeated by the Uchiha stream like a clown on the night of extermination. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. After years of hands, his envy, jealousy and hatred for Uchiha Ryujin has arrived. A peak. After all, he has been blackened. He inherited everything from Uchiha Madara, but was still crushed. This is unacceptable by Uchiha Obito. Therefore, he can only execute step by step according to the original plan, very aggrieved, and strive to knock down Uchiha Ryujin completely one day. Shinobi, Cloud Shinobi Village. 4th Raikage's office. Damn, what to do? Bang. Accompanied by the sound of beating on the table. Advertisement. I saw 4th Raikage Yazuki I, who fled back to Cloud Shinobi Village, patted the table fiercely, his expression was painful to the extreme. He knows very well, if Killer Bee is pulled from 8 tails, it's dead. But, facing the current Konoha village, facing the god of the ninja world Uchiha Ryujin, he was powerless, he could only scream in the office. Lord 4th Raikage. Suddenly, at this moment, Ma Bui walked in with a sad expression, how about? Seeing the person. A ray of hope came out of Yayui Ai's eyes. Konoha village refused, and did not agree to release Lord Killer Bee. Azabui said with an ugly expression, according to the latest information, Lord Killer Bee is dead, and 8 tails has been taken out by Uchiha Ryujin. What? Bang. A crash sounded. Yayui Ai seemed to have lost his energy and spirit. His sturdy body lost his center of gravity, and he was suddenly planted on the ground. The whole person was in great pain. Dead. Killer Bee is dead. Time. Yayui Ai slumped to the ground in pain. He can't figure out why. Obviously when 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen was in power, he could say anything. I often cringe to the outside and strike hard at the inside. How come this Konoha village is completely ruthless in doing things? Alas. Seeing this scene, Mabuyi could only sigh. What else can he say? Facing the god of shinobi who is now in full swing, what else can she do besides acknowledgement? She feels a headache when she thinks of paying a large amount of war money. Shinobi is shaking. All forces are also horrified by Uchiha Ryujin's terrifying power. When, as the victor, Konoha village, after experiencing this war, is thriving, and a terrifying cohesion and development have erupted. Sum of advertisement. The last thing I regret is the civilians and ninjas who left Konoha village before the war. They thought Konoha village would be defeated by the 4 ninja forces. What happened? Konoha village won. Now there are only points of envy, jealousy and hatred. Among them, Uchiha Ryujin, in order to eliminate the fear of the tail beasts of civilians and ninjas in Konoha village. After extracting 3 tails, 8 tails, 5 tails from Yakura, Killer Bee, and Han's body, they placed the 3-tailed beasts on the east, west, and north sides of Konoha village. Just started. Facing these terrible tail beasts, the ninjas and civilians in Konoha village shivered with fear. However, after realizing that 3 tails, 8 tails, and 5 tails not only don't hurt people, but also protect Konoha village, the ninjas and civilians of Konoha village adapt after the initial fear. Sometimes I will go to see the legendary 3 tails, 8 tails, 5 tails 0.0. Of course, during this period, the major families in Konoha village also teamed up to abolish the strongest brainwashing book that third Hokage was actively promoting. The Will of Fire. Then some books were recompiled, including a story called First Hokage and Uchiha Dance King Had to Tell, firmly occupying the top of the sales charts. For a while, the story of Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara falling in love and killing each other has spread in Konoha village. Do you also think of dancing? Tailed beasts can kill people. I, Madara, would like to call you the strongest. I give you 2 hands. Anyway, I still have 998 hands. Wait for pretending words to spread widely in Konoha village. P.S. Please give me a reward. Collect flowers and comments. Cute. Thank you. LZLTLLNT, 4N method. Chapter 98. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 99 5th Hokage, the Senju family sign in. Konoha village, Hokage building. In a meeting room on the top floor. Uchiha Ryujin, Hyuga Hiyashi, Akamaiki Dinza, Narakajiu, Yamanaka Keiichi, Aburame Shiwei, Kakashi, Might Guy and others are sitting here. Rock Shinobi Village, Sunagakur, Cloud Shinobi Village, Karigakure have given up and compensated a lot of resources and land. Maybe I think it's almost the end. Nara Luju took out a scroll, glanced at the text on the scroll, and said with a little excitement, now our Konoha village is the first 9th village in the ninja world. Single quote. Because of 3 tails, 5 tails and 8 tails, the crime rate in Konoha village has been reduced a lot, almost none. Uchiha Fugaku happily reported. The Anbu side has been reorganized. Kakashi said slowly. Youth is passionate. At the ninja school, I almost know how to be a passionate principal. Might Guy raised his eyebrows and said very excitedly, I will definitely let the students of ninja school study hard and tenten upward. 15 Yes. After listening to these words, Uchiha Ryujin smiled indifferently, leaning on the chair, said, the will of fire will be abolished from now on. We Konoha village is not a pyramid scheme, no need to brainwash, and the major families can also develop presumptuously. Anyway, in a word, strength is the root of everything. It is good. Everyone in the conference room nodded in unison. Once the emperor and the courtier, they still understand some truths, right? Advertisement. At this time, Uchiha Fugaku seemed to have thought of something, took a deep breath, and said in a deep voice, Uchiha Ryujin, your family must not be left alone, and the village must not be left alone. We in Konoha village should also elect a new Hokage. Yes it is. Before the words were over, Hyuga Hiyashi didn't even think about it, and hurriedly added that I recommend Uchiha Ryujin-sama as 5th Hokage. Single quote. Me too. Agree, no one in Konoha village is qualified except Lord Uchiha Ryujin. I also recommend Uchiha Ryujin-sama. With the beginning of Uchiha Fugaku and Hyuga Hiyashi, the rest of the meeting room spoke in no particular order, and the meaning was very simple, that is, 5th Hokage, Uchiha Ryujin deserves it. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Okay. After listening to these words, Uchiha Ryujin nodded calmly and agreed, what else can I say? He is actually not interested in the so-called position of Naruto at all, but at this point, Konoha village and him have been tied together. So, reluctantly, play as a Naruto. And since Uchiha Ryujin agrees, the next thing is very simple. The people present began to discuss when the succession ceremony will be held, who to invite, and what preferential policies to enact, etc. That night, after the meeting, Advertisement. The sound of breaking through the air. Uchiha Ryujin's body appeared in the Senju clan. Alas, it was also the Konoha first clan at any rate. Now it is so dilapidated. Before long, standing in a long deserted yard and looking at the dilapidated houses around, Uchiha Ryujin couldn't help sighing. Through these houses, he could vaguely see the prosperity of the Senju clan, which was once comparable to the Uchiha clan. Unfortunately, in the face of 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, the Senju clan has finally fallen into decline and is almost annihilated. System. Sign in at the Senju clan's clan land. A few seconds later. Uchiha Ryujin gave an order silently. 1 second. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. Finally, after 1 minute. The clear prompt sound of the system finally sounded. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Congratulations to the host. Successfully signed in at the sign-in location of the system refresh Senju clan. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining weird power, summoning 5-layer Rashomon, healing without seal. Ding. The reward has been distributed to the system space, and the host can check it at any time. Once the fusion is accepted, the host can use it with a tap of both hands. Single quote. It's better than nothing. Listening to the system's prompts, Uchiha Ryujin shook his head in disappointment. He thought he could sign up for a sage mode in the Senju clan that was refreshed by the system. As a result, It was strange power, summoning 5 Rashomon, and healed without seal. Advertisement. The strange power is a ninjutsu, 113. Summoning 5-fold Rashomon is a defensive ninjutsu. The only thing that interests Uchiha Ryujin is that Muji is healed. This ninjutsu can automatically recover his injuries without the need for seals. Uchiha Madara once said that on the battlefield, no one can kill Hashirama. Okay, it's time to come out. After the sign-in was successful, Uchiha Ryujin's mouth was slightly tilted, and he whispered, as one of the 3 ninjas, Tsunade, still hiding his head and showing his tail. How do you know I am here? The next moment, in a dark corner, Tsunade, one of the 3 ninjas, walked out with a complicated expression. In fact, after learning that the teacher Sarutobi Hiruzen was killed, Tsunade's heart was furious. But, when she returned to Konoha village and returned to the shattered Senju clan, she suddenly felt relieved. Instead, she felt that the Uchiha clan was doing the right thing, and Sarutobi might be really damned. If the Uchiha clan does not resist, now maybe like the Senju clan, disappeared in the long river of history. Chapter 99. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 100 First Generation Project, Second Generation Project, Third Generation Project, Fifth Generation Project, 1 more kneel for subscription. When you first arrived at Konoha village, I actually knew. Looking at Tsunade in front of him, Uchiha Ryujin smiled and said something meaningfully. Really? After hearing this sentence, Tsunade's pupils shrank slightly, and he walked a few steps forward and said coldly, "Are you not afraid that I will trouble you? After all, you killed 3rd Hokage, my teacher Sarutobi." Not afraid. Uchiha Ryujin shrugged indifferently and said quietly, "Anyway you can't beat me." You. Listen to this sentence. Tsunade's expression stiffened, and his teeth itched with anger. That's right, facing Uchiha Ryujin, who is now at the pinnacle of the ninja world, she must not be able to defeat it. Didn't you see that even the 4 major ninja coalition forces were defeated? If you want to avenge 3rd Hokage, you can take action at any time. The next moment, Uchiha Ryujin's eyes are cold, and said, "If I choose again, I will still kill the political group headed by 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, because they are so disgusting, they are really damned." Tsunade's silver teeth clenched tightly, and fell silent for a while. Revenge? No, she seems to have no reason for revenge. I especially think of the ninjas of the Senju clan who died one by one inexplicably. Some of them were still dead. Even if the grandfather died, the corpses were taken by the senior Konoha for anatomy, and there was no whole body. Even she herself, as Sanin, is still repelled. Thinking of these, she has no reason for revenge. Besides, she didn't have a choice before. Now the Uchiha clan helped her make a choice. Tomorrow, I will hold Hokage's inauguration ceremony, and I hope you can participate on behalf of the Senju clan. The next moment, looking at the silent Tsunade, Uchiha Ryujin's eyes flickered, took a deep breath, and said with a slight seriousness, "Konoha village is a Konoha village jointly established by the Uchiha and Senju clan. I think the Senju clan should not continue to sink." Huh. After saying this, there was a sound of breaking through the air. Uchiha Ryujin's body flashed away from the Senju clan. He just came to the Senju clan to sign in. The encounter with Tsunade, one of the 3 ninjas, can only be regarded as a small accident, so he should leave after saying what he should say. Advertisement. Can the Senju clan still rise? Backquote. After Uchiha Ryujin left, Tsunade stared blankly at the dilapidated Senju clan, his expression changed and he didn't know what to think about. "Master Tsunade, are we going to participate? I don't know how long it has been." Shizune, who was hiding in the dark, saw Lord Tsunade motionless, walked over cautiously, and asked, "Uchiha Ryujin is going to be 5th Hokage, Konoha village. The overall situation is set. Participate." Upon hearing these words, Tsunade's eyes showed a ray of firmness, and he said in a deep voice, "My gambling luck has always been bad, but, after the Konoha executives died, the gambling luck improved. Now, I want to see, let's check if your own personal luck has also changed for the better." Okay. Shizune nodded heavily. She knows how awesome Tsunade-sama's gambling luck is now. Almost every gambling will win, and she can be called the god of gambling. The next day, read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. A statement from Konoha village. It detonated the entire Konoha village at a speed that could not cover the ears. As for the content of the statement, the daimyo unconditionally agreed that the god of ninja Uchiha Ryujin will hold the Hokage inauguration ceremony today. As soon as the news came out, Konoha village shocked. After all, Uchiha Ryujin today, it is like a god in Konoha village. Different from 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, who relies on the will to fire and claims to be the strongest Naruto in history. Uchiha Ryujin never played a virtual game. He walked up step by relying on his great strength. Although there were some blood and violence on the road, the ending was perfect. And so, advertisement. The countless civilians and ninjas of Konoha village. For Uchiha Ryujin, it is crazy worship and love. At this time, the Hokage building. Inside a redecorated Hokage office. Wow. This is so handsome too. Yes, as soon as Ryujin-kun put on the Hokage Imperial God robe, his temperament became more perfect. Single quote. At this time, Yurihong and Azuki Yuyan couldn't help exclaiming after putting the Hokage hat on Uchiha Ryujin's head. Okay. Uchiha Ryujin looked in the mirror for a while, and nodded very satisfied. The long-term physical training, coupled with the blessing of sage body, has made his image and temperament impeccable invisibly, coupled with handsome cheeks, it can be said to be infinite charm. Maybe he is perfect except for being not as handsome as many readers. Ryujin-san, the ceremony will begin soon. Soon, Raihong suppressed the throbbing in her heart, reduced her mind, and said with a chuckle. Okay. After listening to this sentence, Uchiha Ryujin stretched slightly and said, let's go. 10 years later, when Uchiha Ryujin appeared in a large plaza right in front of the Hokage building as the Hokage Goshin robe. Lord Uchiha Ryujin. Ha ha ha, Lord 5th Hokage is here. Our Konoha village is about to enter a brand new era. Lord Naruto. Lord Naruto. In a flash. The entire square exploded in an instant. Countless ninjas and civilians, watching Uchiha Ryujin walk to the stage step by step, all made exclamations of exclamation. The scene was extremely crazy for a while. Advertisement. My father is 4th Hokage, Uchiha Ryujin-sama is 5th Hokage, so I decided, I want to be 6th Hokage. Haha, our Uchiha clan finally has Naruto. Naruto, don't think that you are Nine Tails Jinchuriki. That's great, I want to be Hokage too. And in a corner of the square, Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, Hyuga Hinata, Haruno Sakura, Nara Shikamaru and other children are looking at Uchiha Ryujin with admiring eyes. Among them, Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke are bickering daily. Because of Uchiha Ryujin, Uchiha Sasuke did not experience the pain of genocide, and Uzumaki Naruto also enjoyed the treatment that Nine Tails Jinchuriki deserves, even more so. His father is 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato. Invisibly, the life trajectories of Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke have undergone completely different changes. Is this what it feels like to be Hokage? Not long after. After walking on the platform, it's good. Looking at the cheering ninjas and civilians, Uchiha Ryujin involuntarily sighed, no wonder they all want to be Naruto. This kind of fascinating feeling is really fascinating. Wait a minute, this breath is not enough. At this moment, under the perception of Uchiha Ryujin observation haki, 3 breaths rushed into Konoha village at a very fast speed. After coming for a few seconds, Uchiha Ryujin's eyes condensed, and then, before many people could react, the 3 figures appeared on the platform at an extremely fast speed, standing with Uchiha Ryujin. And seeing this scene, many ninjas in the square were taken aback for a moment, and then their complexions changed in unison. Because the 3 people who suddenly appeared were 1st Hokage Senju Hashirama, 2nd Hokage Senju Tobirama, and 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. Chapter 100. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Chapter 101 Sarutobi Hiruzen. Yes, it is 1st Hokage Senju Hashirama, 2nd Hokage Senju Tobirama, 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. At first, some people didn't believe it, but I glanced at the Hokage rock in the distance, and after a good comparison, the expression was directly frozen, and I could only stand sluggishly on the spot, with a huge wave in my heart. How can it be? How did the 1st generation, 2nd generation and 3rd generation appear? Didn't they all die? In an instant. The square became silent, and finally arrived at Konoha village. After appearing, 1st Hokage Senju Hashirama glanced around with excitement and muttered to himself, I miss my days in Konoha village. Konoha village has changed a lot. Single quote. 2nd Hokage Senju Tobirama let out a sigh. This is like grandpa and 2nd grandpa. After listening to the voices of the 2 and looking at the familiar figure, Tsunade, who had not spoken all the time, reacted first, revealing an unbelievable look. Ah, 1st Hokage and 2nd Hokage. I am not mistaken, am I? Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobirama are dead. How come back to Konoha village? 023 How is it possible? How is it possible? Advertisement. Suddenly, after the initial shock, there were unbelievable uproars. Many people looked at Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobirama as if they saw a ghost. No way. The 1st generation project and the 2nd generation project, which have been dead for so many years, suddenly appeared in front of everyone. As long as it is an individual, there may be some fear. But wait a minute, at this moment, a civilian seemed to have thought of something, and said loudly, the old dog, 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, seemed to have been resurrected. The wicked third Hokage is damned, how can he be resurrected? Sarutobi Hiruzen, a dog-like thing, was resurrected. It's impossible to tolerate it. God won't open your eyes. The weakest Naruto in history. Sarutobi Hiruzen actually has the face to come to Konoha village. Is it really the face? Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is only committed to the outside, and strikes at the inside, who has brought Shino to the extreme, dare to come back. BJCE. With the beginning of a civilian, it seemed as if a fuse was lit, leading read more at hotmtl novel.zi. Many civilians and ninjas who were still immersed in shock. Shanron reacted, and directly enthusiastically sent out a round of anger at Sarutobi Hiruzen, seeming to want to eat Sarutobi Hiruzen's meat and drink Sarutobi Hiruzen's blood. This, on the platform in the square. The third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen who just appeared, the smile on his cheeks froze. Originally, he followed first Hokage and second Hokage back to Konoha village, just to show himself in front of first generation and second generation. The result? He didn't expect it. Less than a year after I died, I was yelled and beaten in Konoha village. They said he was full of vices and said that he was alive because he was alive, and he didn't even need his face. Advertisement. Had it not been for the body of impure world reincarnation, Sarutobi Hiruzen might have been vomiting blood with anger. But, Rao is so. Sarutobi Hiruzen also clenched his fists, his anger was extreme. You know, after sitting in the position of Hokage, he hasn't been cursed by people pointing his nose like he is today, and more importantly, he is still cursed by so many people. Damn Uchiha Ryujin bang. The next moment, just as Sarutobi Hiruzen wanted to ask Uchiha Ryujin, his body, which was impure world reincarnation, broke in vain and turned into countless dust. But, because it is the reason of impure world reincarnation. Even if the chest is blown, there is no big problem, the dust is constantly gathering, slowly recovering Sarutobi Hiruzen's body. Sure enough, impure world reincarnation. Seeing the big bloodless hole in Sarutobi Hiruzen's chest, Uchiha Ryujin retracted his fist and nodded thoughtfully. To be frank, the emergence of first Hokage, second Hokage, and third Hokage in vain really made him bewildered, because it is now 56 years in Konoha village. How can someone use impure world reincarnation to revive first generation and second generation? There is obviously something wrong. Lord 5th Hokage, it's Toad Sage who made the shot. Huh. Two more cracking sounds rang out. I saw Jiraiya and Shima immortals appeared on the square. Advertisement. Among them, Jiraiya was a few steps forward, and said with some embarrassment that the 4 ninja villages jointly attacked Konoha village. I was a little worried, so I went to ask the great Toad Sage to take the shot. Ask. Uchiha Ryujin took a deep look at Jiraiya, then took another look at immortal Shima, too lazy to break Jiraiya's careful thoughts. No wonder. 3 shadows can be impure world reincarnation. It turned out that the big clam touched the fairy. You can't kill me. At this time, Sarutobi Hiruzen took a deep breath and gritted his teeth and said, Uchiha Ryujin, what did you do after my death? Nothing. Just to make your actions public. Uchiha Ryujin shrugged and said in a low voice, you heard this, even though you had expected it in your heart. But, Sarutobi Hiruzen's old face couldn't help but twitched slightly, and suddenly felt that the sky was spinning, and there was only one thought in his heart, and that was all over. His reputation in Konoha village was ruined. No wonder so many people scolded him. Sarutobi, you go first. Perhaps it was because there were too many people in Konoha village scolding Sarutobi Hiruzen. First Hokage Senju Hashirama looked a little ugly, so he gestured to the Shima fairy next to Jiraiya, saying that Sarutobi Hiruzen's impure world reincarnation could be lifted. Wait a minute to see this scene. Uchiha Ryujin stretched out his hand to stop immortal Shima, and a gleam of coldness flashed in his eyes. The last time I killed it was unhappy, now I want to blow up Sarutobi Rishuin again. Boom. The next moment, before Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't react, Uchiha Ryujin clenched his fist and hit his impure world reincarnation body with another fist. The powerful force directly shattered Sarutobi Hiruzen's body, turning it into countless dust.